my food at once, I'm not going to have anything left for the end of the day.
No, you will. If you have one of those bars right now, now's the time. Has it been 2 hours since you've eaten?
I had lunch at 12.
Then you should eat every 2 hours.
But I already had breakfast. Had breakfast at 9.
9-11-135.
What?
9-11-135 p.m. That's going to be your biggest problem because you're used to eating late and I'm not. I normally had my last food about 5 or 6.
I'm hungry.
Dan, eat. Never get hungry.
That's what makes you fat.
No, it's not.
I've seen fat people. I've seen the physics. I know how it works.
You've seen what?
They never let themselves get hungry.
You've seen what they eat. And you're eating something very specific. Chick that works in my apartment complex, your trainer, she lost 40 pounds eating the way she was told to.
My trainer?
The female trainer knows a girl that lives in my apartment.
All right, who knows what he just said?
Your female trainer.
She lose 40 pounds?
No.
That's what you said.
No, I said the chick that lives in my apartment.
You said my female trainer lost 40 pounds.
That's what I said.
Is that what he said?
No.
Ever what he said?
There's a chick in my apartment
Your female
complex.
trainer lost 40 pounds.
No.
Then he tried to rehabilitate it, but it was too late.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Never mind. Sorry, I told the story. Eating the way you're eating, somebody somewhere out there lost 40 pounds.
Okay. So?
I'm just saying, you're not going to gain weight.
Well, and you're working out. That's the big thing. You're going to.
I work out all the time.
Well, but you started lifting weights more. Well, it's true. If you lift weights, you burn a lot more calories.
You're feeding your body to get rid of, to tone and get rid of fat.
I'm only working out an hour a day.
That's a lot.
£1 pound. I gained 1 pound of fat.
You want?
Just one.
I know.
Larry North.
Mm-hmm.
Going to turn into Larry North American Van Lines.
Okay.
1 pound. How come he told me I can't get on the scale? Why can't I get on the scale if I ain't going to gain no weight? How come I can't get on the scale? Why can't I get on the scale if I ain't going to gain no weight? Huh? Why not?
You're going to pick up a little bit of water with the creatine. That's all it's going to be is water weight.
Well, and you'll build muscle, too, and muscle weighs more than fat.
Right.
So.
As you start to grow.
But you're not going to get fat. You're an ectomorph.
I'm not an ectomorph.
Yeah, I can tell by looking at you.
I was born here. Nothing. I had a crop circle joke. I'm going to let go.
Okay.
So I can have that bar now.
If you'd like, if you're hungry, eat. If you're hungry, eat. Always
Let's do the
eat.
math. He's got me on a 1,700 calorie a day diet. Okay? I'm sure it's all balanced. Protein, carbs. They gave me beets.
You're not going to like everything they put in there unless you ask
beets?
specifically.
Who eats beets? Nobody eats beets.
Somebody does.
They're trick vegetables. They look like they're tasty. Yeah. It looks like some kind of tasty, syrupy fruit. It's beets. You ever smell beets?
Yeah.
They smell like beets.
Yeah. My mom used to.
I opened it up today and I thought, oh, look at this. Nice little tasty. It's beets.
They got all that runny juice.
Yeah.
Specifically asked them.
Beet juice.
If there's things you don't like, tell them. I'm sure they'll modify.
I don't like beets.
I promise you that won't be in there in your next shipment.
It's the only vegetable that rides in its own excrement.
Yeah. It's disgusting. Beet juice. Nobody likes beet juice. You know why? Because beets suck. You see anybody else sitting in beet juice? No.
Somebody somewhere does. They wouldn't make them.
They don't make them. They just grow. It's some kind of screwball weed. And I guess it was that empty area. They went, what do you want to put in here? Some garnish? No, throw in some beets.
I promise you, you'll never get that again.
So I had to look up beets, look at the calories and the carbs and everything, and I had to replace it with something.
Yeah, just replace it. Stay as close to as you can.
That's what I did.
Okay. Would you replace it with?
Nutter butter, peanut butter sandwiches.
I don't think that's the same, but okay.
Tastes a lot better than beets. When you buy them in the store, they ain't sitting in some red liquid.
It's true. You have a point. It'll take a while to fine-tune what you like and what you don't like.
I don't like beets.
I'm sure they've heard you now, loud and clear. You missed this yesterday, Everett. He just goes, I'm kind of hungry. I want something to eat. So Johnny Carino's brings up.
Is it Carino?
Yeah. You were saying the other one. Don't say it. Johnny Carino's brings
What's
up.
the other one?
Don't say it, because it's a competing restaurant.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes.
Well, I haven't heard the other one.
Hush. Anyway, they bring up more food than 10 people not on a diet could eat. It was unbelievable. Salads and lasagnas and baked chicken for him.
He told me to hush.
And 3 kinds of desserts.
He's a beet eater.
Yeah, a beet eater.
Yes, you are.
I just don't want to say
we don't eat beets. We're vegans.
The other restaurant didn't bring us any food. Very nice.
Yeah, they did. It was, what's the name of the place again?
Johnny Carino's.
Okay. They brought some kind of turtle pie dessert.
Cheesecake? Turtle cheesecake?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
God.
Good stuff.
I broke down and had some of that.
Yeah, you got to.
And the chocolate cake.
Good.
And it just came out of nowhere. Next thing I know, the Hunan restaurant sends up a bunch of food.
Right.
But I was already stuffed by then. They didn't know it. It's not their fault. They're only human.
It was a casual comment. I'm kind of hungry. I'd maybe like a cookie. And dinner for 14 arrives.
They're only human?
Yeah. They didn't know. Yesterday started out weird like this.
It's a weird day.
Man, this is kooky.
See, here's a guy on line 1 says, don't tell me not to eat.
Not to eat.
That's what he said.
Well, that's just right.
I don't take in 2,500 calories a day. On my normal diet. Hold on. Yeah, Matthew?
Okay, now, JD, I yell all the time and bitch at Russ about eating on the air and stuff. Now, why are you trying to convince him to eat on the air when it's the nastiest
it's that guy.
Yeah.
Shut up.
What was that about?
That guy, Matt, every time I'm eating on the air, he calls him, has a fit.
Oh.
He's chomping on the pretzels.
Oh.
I gotta eat.
So get your bar. Never be hungry. That's the point. That's why you eat every 2 hours.
I just don't feel right. Because this morning I had 2 muffins and some Dannon yogurt.
That's what I had.
And then lunch I had a turkey sandwich.
Mm-hmm. I think you're out of order, but okay.
Why?
You should be eating the same thing each day.
I ate A, and then I ate the lunch A. I ate the wrong thing?
Well.
Then what happens now? What happens?
Lunch A was the chicken wrap.
No, your day off.
I am. Okay, my bad. Okay.
You're eating a day behind because when I bring you your food, the food comes to my house, and by the time I get it to JD, he's already like a day and a half behind. So he just started a couple of days late.
I see. He's on the delayed program.
Yes. I mean, does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So what he's having today, I had 2 days ago.
Gotcha.
So I had the turkey sandwich, only 1 slice of bread, and beets.
Don't eat the beets.
Good. I didn't. I replaced those with the Nutter Butter peanut butter sandwich cookies. And after I had one, you know what I asked?
What?
Would like another Nutter Butter peanut butter sandwich cookie? And you know what I said?
What?
Yes.
It'll be another day, just like yesterday. A weird one.
I mean, the food's great.
I know.
I'm just...
You have to eat to lose weight and to gain muscle.
That just doesn't make sense.
It works.
Let me figure out what my calorie intake before was. Hang on a second. Those Boca burgers are about 90 calories a piece. I'd have 4 for lunch. It's 4 times 9. 36. Is that right?
Yeah, that's
all
right.
36.
Okay.
And then I'd have probably another 4 at night. So that's another 36.
Okay.
What's that, 920?
720.
36, 720?
Yeah.
720. Mm-hmm. Throw in a head of lettuce. Probably another 100 calories.
I think you may actually use burn more calories eating lettuce than you do consuming it.
All right. I know celery's like that.
Yeah.
So I'm probably not taking in 1,500 calories a day.
That's not enough.
Obviously it is. I ain't dead. My cholesterol's fine. My PSA went down.
Mm-hmm. I'm just saying, but what you're trying to do now...
So now he's going to have me add another at least 1,000 calories a day. I'm going to get fat, and it ain't going to be from beets.
No, to grow muscle. You're trying to get toned and build up.
That's true. Plus, your metabolism is going to increase. As you exercise more, you'll burn calories more over time.
All right. Okay. We'll see. 1 pound.
I understand.
Yes, Eddie, I'd like to have a couple of those, please, just in case Matthew's still listening. Matthew. Let's see if I can do it like this.
Okay.
Thank you.
Put the mic up to your throat so we can hear you swallow.
Yeah. Hello?
God. Why do you have to eat on the air? And JD, you promoted it this time.
Yeah.
You guys, that's the nastiest thing in the world.
I've decided I'm not going to eat any other time of the day. I'm going to bring all my Diet Gourmet food in with me at 3 o'clock. I'm going to eat it from 3 to 7. I'm going to ask for crunchy stuff. I might even eat beef.
Now, hey.
All right, I'll give it a shot. I'll give it a couple of weeks. If my pants start getting tight or something looks funny, will I be able to see some type of growth or decline in 2 weeks?
Absolutely.
There'll be something noticeable.
There'll be something noticeable in 2 weeks.
All right. Because this week we kind of officially started everything. There were a couple of days we worked out last week. I didn't really start with the food. Today is the first day I've started on schedule with the food.
Me too.
I got drunk Friday night and ate bits and pieces of everything.
Of everything else.
Which you're not supposed to do, right?
No. Eat them in order.
Well, they said I still had like 6 different meals. Lunch, breakfast, a couple of dinners. I got drunk Friday night and just ate a little bit out of everything.
Smorgasbord.
Yeah. It was cool. Because I was taking like s'mores and dipping them in the tapioca pudding. I had the chicken Creole. Some kind of tuna salad.
Mm-hmm. Turkey chicken was great. Oh, turkey chili.
Yeah. Yeah, that was good. I had that too.
Yeah.
Friday was a big night.
Yeah.
But you're starting in earnest today, both of you.
Yeah. I worked out last night.
Oh, good.
By the way, there are now pictures of Randy up on the website.
Oh, good.
RussMartin.com in the photo gallery. They're not great pictures, but you certainly get an idea of what she looks like. Have you seen her yet, Everett?
I have not. Who's Randy?
That's my trainer. There's Randy and Kevin. See if I can pull this up before the site locks up. Photo gallery. It's not on our server up here yet. We got a slow server.
She's the hot trainer chick you were talking about.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know her by name.
Yeah, hot little blonde.
She's still training you?
Yes.
Excellent.
I'm playing mysterious.
How so?
Act like I don't like her.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, he does that. You look at her and go, get away from me. When really he's saying, come here.
See? It's like in school. Act like you don't like them.
Yeah. Drives them wild.
We'll see. Gosh, she's a beast. Mm-hmm. Nice little tight butt. But
blonde?
I haven't seen it.
You're hopeful, though.
Yeah. I kind of hope not. All right. You ready to go with the news? Sure. All right, 3:27. J.D. Ryan's on Live 105.
Thank you, Russ. It's brought to us by Expedia.com and by MaxRx.
Expedia.com, making it easy to find the trip you're looking for. Expedia.com. Don't just travel. Travel right. MaxRx Male Enhancement promotes length, girth, stamina, and overall sexual vitality. Maximize nature's power with MaxRx. Visit max-rx.com or call 1-866-MAX-RX for you. Individual results may vary.
For this Wednesday, Wednesday, August 20th, 2003. Al Roker is 49 today. Robert Plant, 55. Connie Chung is 57. Isaac Hayes turns 61. And Don King is 72. Carrollton police officer was shot this morning while serving a drug search warrant in an apartment complex. Officer Scott Stewart was part of a 6-person tactical team entering a unit at the Trinity Mills Apartments. They announced themselves that they were police officers and went into the apartment. They immediately saw one suspect in the living room, which they secured. And then several shots rang out from one of the bedrooms in the back, hitting the officer once in the side of the head. He also received an injury to his hand. Stewart was admitted to Parkland Memorial Hospital in the intensive care unit and is reported in stable condition. You know, I've thought about that before. What are you going to eat?
What?
Somebody, let's say they got the wrong apartment at my apartment complex, and then home midday, and we all have guns.
Somebody busts in, you shoot them.
They scream, they start, but you know, you can buy those police shirts at any Army Navy.
Don't we know?
They kick the door, yes. They kick
Everyone's
the door
a liability if that happens and you shoot them.
Well, I mean, that's the sort of thing that a grand jury is going to have to decide, and maybe ultimately a jury. One would hope that if the facts come out such that it's, you know, somebody who's in their home, they're not breaking any laws,
right.
The police kick in the door, that a grand jury is not going to true bill them and send that case to a jury. But it's obviously not a good situation.
Yeah, because my first thought would be home invasion or whatever.
Yeah,
robbery,
because their job is to come in, overpower just by the fact of the surprise factor.
Right.
And of course, I'm probably going to lose that gun battle. They're coming in with, you know, AR-15s, and I got a little 38 special.
Yeah.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't shoot at them.
Well, but my point is, what do you do? I mean,
Well, there's not really a whole lot you can do than follow their directions and
hope for the best.
Pray to God they're real cops.
Yes.
Jesus.
Not a bunch of crazy Chinese.
Okay. The government has approved the sale of a second pill to treat erectile dysfunction, setting the stage for a fierce battle with Viagra in the billion-dollar-plus impotence market.
I can have this whole bar now?
Yes.
Now, what happens at 5:30?
You need to eat your dinner.
I didn't bring it.
That's when you need to eat it.
I don't eat that early. And then plus, after 5:30, after I eat my dinner, I got nothing to look forward to that night.
Then move your meals to 3 hours apart.
That's going to make me hungry.
Ask Larry North. I don't know.
I ain't talking to him.
I eat every 2 hours. I have my last meal about 5:30 every day.
I like to get off the air and look forward to something to eat when I get home.
I know.
What?
Never mind.
So I'm going to have a bar.
Okay.
And I'm going to have my dinner. And I'll have nothing else. And I'm going to be hungry.
So you're saying you're eating more calories than you normally do, but you're going to be hungry. That doesn't make sense.
I know. I'm dizzy.
No, you're not. So you're checking your pulse before we went on the air. What are you doing?
Hungry.
You're working out. You're in great shape, eating better than you've ever eaten. And you're checking your pulse like, maybe dead.
It's not like he was even counting it. He was just checking to see that he had one.
He had one, yes.
Probably should have had those beeps.
The new drug, Levitra, is in the same family as Viagra. Both work by targeting an enzyme important for maintaining an erection. The Food and Drug Administration approved it yesterday. In the last 10 years, at least 23 kids have died in car power window accidents. So out of the millions of children riding millions of cars, about 2 die every year. But now there's an organization out there, Public Citizens and Kids in Cars, thinks we should be forcing the automakers to make safer power windows. Seems that many European...
Wait a minute, how many kids a year?
2.
Out of millions of people?
Yeah.
Yeah, there are more people getting hit in the head with meteors than that. I mean, seriously.
Yeah, you should put meteor hats on kids.
Well, they say European and Japanese cars already have childproof windows, basically kind of like a garage door. When it hits something, it stops.
Yeah.
So they think
Who has that?
They're trying to get European and Japanese cars, even some that are made by Ford, GM, and Chrysler.
Probably those bukkake collars that stop the window.
No. Anyway, the big three say it's easy enough done by installing window locks on the driver's side. They think they've done enough by...
You don't know when they put them on.
No, it's impossible to tell.
GM spokesman said, we shouldn't leave children alone in vehicles with keys. That's the only way power windows can operate.
Obviously, inherently, the car and the windows aren't dangerous, or it would be more than 2 kids a year.
Yes.
It's the parents running around leaving their kids in the car with the keys on.
True.
So now we got to spend millions of dollars to do they want to retrofit or just fix?
They want
to make
future cars should have that little stop thing like garage doors do. I'm sure more kids die of garage doors every year.
Sure.
No, they stop.
Sometimes they do. elevator doors were supposed to stop, too. Ripped that guy's head off in Houston a few days ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, how'd the door close?
I don't know. They said it was a malfunction. I still can't understand it.
And then the elevator just started going up or down?
Mm-hmm.
Cut his head off?
Mm-hmm.
There's a lady on the elevator, too, saw the whole thing.
She know the guy?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Mm.
What? Don't.
Nothing.
I know he was an Indian guy.
Was he?
Yeah.
The doctor.
Does that matter?
No, I just adding to the story.
Mm.
Indian doctor.
Like a human Pop-Tart.
Okay. Okay. Helicopter carrying video documenter and pilots crashed last night outside of Austin, Texas. They were filming a scene from Kenny Chesney's next music video. Helicopter hit some power lines while filming and came crashing down to the ground. Luckily, both parties on board escaped without any minor injuries. Were taken to a hospital and are currently in stable condition. Spike Lee would like you to know that he had to sue Viacom over its plan to change its name of TNN to Spike TV. He had to sue him because he was black, according to him.
What's that got to do with it?
To me, this is his quote. To me, they were trading on my persona, my career. They were taking advantage of my name, and I wasn't going to sit still for it. Some people, black people particularly, understand if you think you're in the right, and you can't let anybody step on you or not do anything about it.
Why do black people know that in particular?
That's just.
And what would that have to do with TNN picking up the name Spike? It's not like that they were going to call it. It's really not like it wasn't. They weren't going to call it.
All right, a criminal investigation into the nightclub Inferno that killed 100 people.
It's not like they were going to call it that.
No.
And maybe being a colored feller, he'd be offended.
All right.
I got a couple others. Want to hear them?
No, I don't.
All right.
No. Okay. A criminal investigation into the nightclub Inferno that killed 100 people in February, nearing its halfway point. Looks like the club owner and the road manager of Great White are going to take the fall. The fire erupted when Great White's pyrotechnics display ignited the venue's flammable soundproofing. The grand jury criminal proceedings are secret, but defense attorneys in the case have indicated that club owners and Great White's road manager will likely be indicted for involuntary manslaughter when the investigation wraps up in October. In addition to the 100 people that were killed, 208 were injured. Half the people injured in the fire had no health insurance. 65 children lost at least one parent, and Rhode Island officials estimate the state will spend $100 million to cover the long-term costs of that fire.
Did you eat all your cookie?
No. You want some? Seriously, you want some? Hey, about half of it. I'm full. You can have the rest.
I don't want the rest. I'm going to get fat.
I've still got a bar. I didn't eat in the bar yet.
Go ahead.
Okay. In Touch magazine came up with a list of its biggest celebrity mama boys, and the coveted #1 spot goes to, of all people, Sean P. Diddy Combs. According to the magazine, Puffy had this to say about his mama, Janice. My mom will always be there in the worst times when nobody else is. In fact, it's not like having a mom, it's like having a sister. We both like celebrating life. We both like celebrating each other. Other folks on the list were Justin Timberlake at #2, Matthew McConaughey 3, Mark Wahlberg, then Jerry Seinfeld, Leonardo DiCaprio, Ben Affleck, Tom Cruise, Colin Farrell, and Adrian Brody.
Who?
Adrian Brody. I don't know who that is.
No idea.
None of us know.
In Touch magazine.
I was a mama's boy.
Yeah. You were?
You were? You were?
Mm-hmm.
You said your mother abused you.
That's how we bonded.
No.
Tough love.
Yeah. She's the one that taught me how to cook.
Did she?
Yeah, with a lip flare in my mouth.
No, she didn't. Not with a lip flare. She did. You're a very good cook, so she did a good job.
That, color, draw. That's about it.
A wonderful mom. All the way around.
Except for the other incidents.
Never happened.
Did.
Bowling for Columbine, which won the Academy Award for Best Documentary Feature, opens up in select markets yesterday, actually. #1 is Michael Moore, if you want to hear any of this Michael Moore stuff, on a disturbing scene in Bowling for Columbine in which he interviewed...
Hey, did Trey get that hat I told him to wear?
No, he didn't.
Where is Trey? I haven't seen him all day.
Yeah, where is he?
He's in there, in the office.
Told him to get a great big fedora, pull it down over his eyes, cut the eye holes out.
Be a good look for him.
I won't even look like Secret Squirrel. You didn't do that?
He didn't. And he didn't get the guy from the Liz Wild show either, to
wear the fez hat?
No.
What's he doing?
Yeah. He's had all day. How long does it take to get a hat and a trench coat and have that fat guy from the Liz Wild show wear the fez hat and call him Secret?
It's just, he's been busy working on the show.
How come I don't notice? I mean, I'm not saying that to be facetious, but of all people,
right?
Shouldn't I notice?
You should.
So let me ask you this:
what?
How come I don't notice?
Behind the scenes.
Perhaps it's discernible in hidden ways. He's affecting the show in ways that you don't know about.
I should know.
Yeah, you probably should.
Go ahead.
Michael Moore, cut number 1, talks about a disturbing scene in his little movie in which he interviews a guy holding a gun to his own head.
I think sometimes I make very bad decisions when I'm making the movie that put me and the crew at risk. That later I say, why the hell did we do that? Why did I walk in that bedroom? When he cocked that gun and I could see the bullet in the chamber, I just thought, oh. If you see the film again, look at me. I am immobile. I am frozen. There is no movement in me. I'm like a...
Nice way to sell the movie.
Yeah.
Go back and look at that.
Watch it again.
Very tense scene.
I'd buy it if I were you.
Statue in there because I am just ready to pounce or do something. Because I'm thinking either he's going to do something to me, but more likely an accident is going to happen right now because he's nuts.
There's a lot of people that say a lot of this stuff was set up in the movie and it wasn't really a documentary, and there's websites dedicated to that. Going to cut number 3, it's a scene from Bowling and Columbine in which Michael Moore is given a free gun in exchange for opening a bank account. This is one of the scenes they think was staged.
I have one personally.
That's a nice section.
It is. It's
you got one.
Straight shooter. It's a straight shooter, let me tell you.
Wow. Sweet. Well, here's my first question. Do you think it's a little dangerous handing out guns in a bank?
If you open up an account, you supposedly got a rifle or something, but it turns out later they went back to the bank and they went, yeah, that was an offer, but you got it several weeks later after a check.
Background check, and you had to go pick it up someplace.
Right, they didn't hand it to you there in the bank.
Right.
So it's just one of the many things they picked out.
Well, still being a bank, it's not really the best idea to have guns. Because they actually had, unless they put that up for the shoot, they had guns mounted on the walls.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Did you see it, Eddie? No. It was like 3 shotguns just to the left of everybody on the wall. Could have been there for this scene. I don't know.
Could have been.
I'm never going to see it, so I couldn't tell you.
Yeah. You want to hear the Oscar thing again?
Can't wait to hear it.
It's just his big speech at the Oscars.
What kind?
4.
I'm hungry.
You can't be hungry. You just ate half my cookie in your bar.
Listen to what you're saying.
You never eat this time of day.
You're having and eating cookies in bars.
Yeah.
They're protein bars. They're made for energy and to fill you up. You're not hungry.
Maybe I got a worm.
You don't.
You think I got worms?
No.
I've never considered that.
Maybe I got worms.
Don't help, Everett, please.
Well, I didn't.
Let me drag my ass across the carpet.
See what comes out?
Yeah. See, I got worms.
Got some squigglies.
I can give you $20 not to help, Everett.
They are here in solidarity with me because we like nonfiction. We like nonfiction and we live in fictitious times. We live in a time where we have fictitious election results that elects a fictitious president. We live in a time where we have a man sending us to war for fictitious reasons, whether it's the fictition of duct tape or the fictitious of orange alerts. We are against this war, Mr. Bush. Shame on you, Mr. Bush. Shame on you. And anytime you've got the...
I don't know who the jackasses were that were applauding. Because there's obviously some of them, you can hear them.
It can be a mix.
In the beginning, it sounded like there were more people applauding than it obviously shifted.
66 against you. Your time is up.
That was the Pope and the Dixie Chicks comment? When you have those two against you?
Your time is up.
Yeah. All right, go ahead.
All right, and let's see here. One more. The 4th of 10 new episodes of HBO's Real Time with Bill Maher also aired this last weekend, and this is during his monologue.
Is it a short day on audio?
I just think you like picking on Bill Maher.
I don't like him.
Okay. You don't have to.
I saw a promo for his show the other day on HBO. Even his promos suck.
I know.
Yes, I'd love to listen to it.
Don't listen to it.
I can't wait. I wish it was in the middle of it already.
It's got number 5. He talked about the power blackout, which occurred, of course, in the eastern U.S. the day before.
How about that on the East Coast the other day? The biggest blackout ever, and what an ordeal. The New York Police Department said they received 80,000 emergency 911 calls last night, all from a cleaning woman trapped in an elevator with Bill Clinton.
Is there more?
That's all I really
pulled
out. I'm sorry.
I really want to start hearing more.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. I love it when somebody that I hate sucks. There's nothing more gratifying.
Well, that had to be one of the choice lines, too.
Yeah, where are you getting this audio?
Some of it's coming from, I'm recording some of it at home now, directly off the dish, and some of it comes from Westwood One, our little provider.
Oh, okay. Yes.
That cut came from Westwood One, so that went through a network producer going, this is a gem.
So, can you, Lady Clinton? This joke will surely kill. What do you think, Secret?
I don't know, Miracle. There's news and information. I'm J.D. Ryan, live 105.3, The Talk That Rocks, Texas.
We'll be back with the Russ Martin Show.
Hi, Gail.
Hi there.
What do you got?
Oh, I got good news. She's not 23, she's 24.
Who?
My friend that I wanted you to meet.
Oh, I thought somebody said that she's still with her boyfriend.
Well, she is, but, you know, I'm doing my best to change that.
What problem is she having with her boyfriend?
Oh, you know, it's probably just a matter of convenience.
Convenience how?
They fight, you know.
How long have they been together? You haven't said her name, so nobody knows who we're talking about.
Yeah, but he might. But see, that's getting the ball rolling.
Good. So what are they fighting about?
I don't know.
Well, obviously, you know they're fighting.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so
because that's what I was told.
Okay. Who's telling you?
My daughter. Katie.
Okay. Is he abusive?
No.
Oh.
I mean, I don't think so. No, I don't think she would put up with that. So, she's really pretty, though.
Well,
I'm working on it.
How pretty? Well, let's just all go out. He can even come along.
I don't think that would be a good idea.
He wouldn't know why I'm there.
I'm working on it, okay? We'll get there. You can come over and see the new pool and the dogs.
You got a new pool?
Yeah, they finally finished it. It only took 2 months.
Must have taken a big air compressor.
Why?
You get that later.
Okay.
Okay. Time off.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Joy Internet and North Texas Clean Air Coalition.
You get the idea, huh?
It's not LASIK, it's Intra-LASIK. Come and discover the Tylock Advantage this Tuesday evening at our free Intra-LASIK seminar at the Tylock Eye Care and Laser Center. Call 972-258-6400 to attend. Joy.net. Quality internet for $6.95 a month. It's fast, reliable, and secure. Internet with no advertising, just
an in-ground blow-up
Joy.net. Quality internet for $6.95 a month. It's fast, reliable, and secure. Internet with no advertising, just clean, straightforward service. Go to www.getjoi.net. Celebrate Commute Solutions Month in August by stepping away from your car. Visit tryparkingit.com to learn how taking public transit, carpooling, and vanpooling can help improve our air quality.
Okay. In Fort Worth, you got the freeway shut down on northbound Loop 820 at Quebec. It's an overturned truck. Traffic getting by on the shoulder. It's backed up to Las Vegas Trail. In Haltom City on westbound North Loop 820 at Haltom Road, there's a wreck on the shoulder. Let's see here. In Arlington, the signal lights are screwed up at Cooper and Park Row and also at Cooper and Division. Get peace of mind and make your next vehicle purchase a certified pre-owned vehicle from your local Ford, Lincoln, or Mercury certified pre-owned dealer. To find the dealer nearest you, visit FordCPO.com. I'm Gail Lightfoot on Live 105.3, the Talk That Rocks, Texas.
Thank you, Gail. All right, mid-70s for the low tonight, mostly sunny. Hot again tomorrow, going to be 100 to 101. We are at 99 degrees currently. Live 105.3, the Talk That Rocks, Texas.
Hang on. Yes, Mr. Trenholm? Where's your secret squirrel hat?
I couldn't find one.
You didn't look, did you? We'll get you one. Nice big hat with the eyes cut out. Buck teeth. Trench coat. Sidekick with a fez hat. What kind of car did he drive?
I don't recall.
Some kind of mushy sedan, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Nondescript looking.
Yeah. So what is it, secret?
Did you talk about someone yesterday named Hubcap Carter?
Nope.
All right, I just got a call from someone who said you said he was dead, some radio guy.
We discussed somebody at KLLI when we brought up Hubcap Carter after that.
Oh, that's right. Who's the guy over at KLLI?
Chuck Brinkman.
Yeah, he's the one that sends out emails with no name or anything and just signs it CBPD, and we're supposed to figure out who the hell it is.
Yes.
Anyways, I just got a call from a very...
that's right. So, because I asked, is that Hubcap Brinkman?
No, it was Hubcap Carter.
I never said anybody was dead.
I don't believe we did.
Well,
I did not.
I said I don't believe we did.
Oh.
Well, I just got a call from someone who was very pissed off, who said you should check your facts, that he's not dead.
I never said he was dead.
Working over at KAAM.
KAAM?
Yeah.
Maybe I should rethink that dead thing. I don't think you got to be alive to work over there.
You don't.
I really don't. I think they just prop you up, stick a mic in front of you, and you listen to the respirator.
Right. I don't even know what they play anymore.
Respirator.
Or what frequency it is.
I don't know. I never said he was dead.
Well, this person got that impression.
I think we said that last Friday. It took them 4 or 5 days to get to a phone. Obviously, they listen to KLLI.
Yeah, when I get to that phone,
I'm going to tear him a new one.
I get past the end table, I have to stop taking a nap. It's like a road trip. Road trip with a walker. They should really put a rest stop in here someplace. I'll just pee on the cat. Maybe he'll lick it up. All right. Did it sound like an old person?
Older person. But
well, if they call again, I never said he was dead. What?
I just see him over and looking at the phone. Great, I got to go back and call again. Just staring across the room at that phone. Jesus. I'm sorry.
Here we go. Well, let me know if they call back. You said he was dead.
Did I?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I even asked. I went, how do you know he's dead?
Oh, okay. No,
JD said it.
I said
they called back, JD said it.
Let him
I don't know anything about him.
I don't either. I thought he was. Sorry. My bad. It took the guy 5 days to get to the phone.
Just get the middle image of them going across the house. Seasons change. Hairstyles come and go.
Has to stop off at the closet and change ties.
Yeah.
Got skinny.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Then I apologize if I misspoke.
Well, let us know if they call back, and we'll certainly go see if you can get go find out where he is. Call over at KLLI and tell him we'd like to talk to the Hubcap Carter.
Okay.
Nice going.
I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm. What is it, Lisa? You're on a crappy phone. Hang up and call me back. Thank you.
I'm on a crappy phone?
I can barely hear you. Hey, it may not be your phone. It could be our line. Hang on. Let me put you on hold and try it again.
Okay.
All right. Try it now.
Better?
Nah, call me back.
Okay.
All right. All right, so what's the scoop? Who's going to Aerosmith? Everett, are you in?
I'm in.
You know you can't bring anybody.
Yeah.
John?
I'm in.
Eddie? You don't want to go?
I'm just not a concert person.
But it's Aerosmith. You don't like
Kiss.
Aerosmith?
I just hate crowds. I really do.
Well, we're not going to be in a crowd. We're going to be in a box. I mean, don't go because you think we want you to go, and it's only a birthday celebration for me. Don't feel guilty about that.
Oh, I didn't know it was that.
But no, if you don't,
concert.
No, don't go if you don't want to. Because anytime somebody hits me with that, well, we want you to be there. Well, that's great, but I want to go because I want to go, not because you want me there.
Right.
If you don't like concerts.
Well, I mean, if it's not a crowd, I hate crowds.
I'm not big on them either. In fact, I hate concerts.
Oh, yeah.
I'll suffer through an AC/DC crowd. Last time I saw Aerosmith was October of... damn. Wait. There it is.
Very nice.
Of 87. They always seem to come through in October. I don't know why. I was at Starplex. Well, it's smearing off now. All right, you dwell on it.
Okay.
Because we only have 8 tickets. Mm-hmm. So it's John. Everett, you're in for sure?
I'm in for sure.
Okay. Box seats. And according to Haven over at Texas Tickets, the stage comes right out to the box.
Wow.
Sweet.
That's what she said.
Very cool.
I don't know if they do some type of special construction or design, because Aerosmith and Kiss. I don't know. Mm-hmm. I don't think I've ever been in a box. Is that where they put the wheelchairs?
Nope. Wheelchairs are back closer to the soundboard. Boxes are ahead of that little aisle that goes in the middle. Boxes are in front of that.
That's the box?
Those are boxes. Those are all boxes.
That's close.
Yes.
It's going to be sweet. And there are actually fewer seats at this show than there are at most shows because of the construction that the crews do for the 2 bands. Apparently from what I understand, there's a big ramp that goes up stage right and stage left that is going to cause them to have to remove a number of seats, making good seats even
better.
Better.
Or more valuable.
Right.
All right, so we got that. We got backstage. We got VIP. And, of course, we have Ice House passes. Mm-hmm. We know how much they love me at the Ice House.
Yes.
Who's my buddy there?
Man.
I don't know.
I can't remember.
John De La Rosa.
That's right.
My buddy.
Yes.
Yes, I'm sure he'll be happy to see me. All right, so JD's in for sure. Everett's in for sure. I am. I promised Ludwig a ticket, so that's 4. I only have 8. Eddie, you're going to have to decide pretty quick. You don't have to do it today. You will?
Yeah.
You sure?
Not a crowd. I'm okay.
All right. Eddie, that's 5. Who are we leaving out? We got 3 more.
Yeah.
Oh, I know somebody. Oh, no, never mind.
All right. 5. Say Luddy?
Yeah, you said Luddy.
Yeah. Oh, I got a cop buddy. That's his birthday.
Okay.
We'll invite him, so that's 6. So we got 2 left.
Maybe Bob wants to go.
Bob McNeil?
Yeah.
Okay. McNeil.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Hang on. What'd you think, Eddie?
What about Dan? He's a big Kiss fan. Dan Lewis?
Yeah. All right.
Oh, yeah.
Well, there's 8.
There you go.
Perfect.
Okay.
We got a bus and limo.
Yeah. We'll get Trey to set up the limo.
Perfect.
Excellent.
Have George pick us up here.
Big night.
Drive us down there.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that'll be great.
I've seen Kiss. I've never seen Aerosmith.
I've never seen Kiss.
I haven't seen either band.
Really?
Mm-mm. 2 bands that Kiss especially.
I just wonder if they do anything close to what they used to do in the 70s. Great big Kiss lights.
Kiss?
Yeah.
Oh, last time I saw them, and it was only a few years ago, yes. It was flash pots and flying through the air and doing guitar solos and still wearing the boots and flying around on a crane. Yeah. Over the top of the audience.
Well, how exciting. I can't wait.
Huge.
Certainly a concert that you wouldn't want to miss, especially if you're sitting in the box seats.
Unbelievable backstage pass.
Yes.
Limo drive.
How very exciting. Now, let me make sure I got this right.
Concert of a lifetime. Who's going?
Yeah. JD, Everett, Eddie, Russ, Ludwig, cop friend of mine, Bob McNeil, Dan Lewis.
Perfect.
Is that 8?
That's 8.
8 people.
Certainly all 8 people who deserve to go.
Rockin' time.
All guys.
Yes. No chicks, John.
I'm with you.
All right. There are no extra tickets.
She understands that.
Okay. Hello?
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hey, man. Just wanted to find out if maybe a listener could go.
No.
What about if Bob McNeil or Dan Lewis doesn't want to go?
They're all going to want to go. Wait a minute. Let me think. Ask me again.
Come on, Russ.
No.
Russ.
I don't have any extra tickets.
All right. Well, I put the call in when you were up to about 5 guys.
Well, I'm sorry.
Well, that's cool. I just wanted
I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
Are you in, Bob?
I'm in.
Okay, McNeil's in.
Cool.
All right, and you know Dan Lewis is going to want to go.
Oh, sure.
So that's all 8.
Right. Right on.
All right.
Well, it ought to be fun. I've seen Aerosmith in L.A. I saw Kiss 2 years ago.
Oh, wait a minute. Eddie just told me we have one more ticket.
Oh, man. Awesome.
You want this one?
How about it?
You want this one?
I promise I'm not a chick.
Really?
Yep. I'd love to go, man.
Are you a big Kiss fan?
Sure. You know, I was born in 65, so I saw him come through. I'm also a Van Halen fan with you. I'm with you on that. It'd be nice to see them get together one more time and go on tour.
How far do we let him think he's getting tickets?
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited. That's going to be a big night.
A lot of fun.
All right,
Backstage.
you got one extra ticket. Am I in?
Yes. What's your name?
Home.
Well, too late. I'm very sad.
Yes.
Man, the concert he's going to miss.
Right.
He was so close.
We should kick somebody out and take Brumley.
Yeah?
I'll give him my ticket if he wants to go.
Ah, you can have mine.
You're not going to go then?
No.
It's like
it's your birthday celebration.
Oh. Maybe we can get one more.
You didn't go last year to his birthday either, but okay.
I got sick. Why would I not want to go to Jamaica? You and I had this argument last night.
Yes, because it involves the 2 things you don't like, human beings and travel. And you got to be around people. And
I got sick. I got sick. You asked Dr. Chris Fettner if I was not in his office on Thursday, October 1st.
You're correct. I know you were in the office. You weren't sick enough to miss an airplane.
Yes, I was. He took me down specifically, because he's a urologist, took me down specifically to see the eye, ear, nose, and throat dude. He's got big ears.
Okay.
And a big nose.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's why he's in it.
I don't know. It could be.
Yeah.
Just kind of gravitated toward it.
Well, I mean, that way he can work on himself.
Right.
They're huge. Great big peepers.
I just find it odd.
Just some lemons. I'm
dwelling myself.
I just find it odd.
Odd what?
That day.
That doctor said if I had gotten on an airplane with my sinus infection, my head would have exploded.
You didn't say
That's
that.
exactly what he said.
It would have exploded.
Yes. Did you remember the movie Total Recall?
Yeah.
There at the end where they running out of oxygen?
Right.
Remember, what's his name, Larry Cox?
I believe so.
Or Schwarzenegger, where they're all laying there in the orange dirt and their eyes is poking out?
Sure.
That's what I would have looked like. Ronnie Cox.
No.
His eyes is coming out. Looked like one of those alien dolls where you squeeze her stomach.
You didn't want to go. You hate to travel.
Why would I agree to go then?
I think you agreed early on, and then it got kind of a snowball process, and you couldn't bail out. And at the very last minute, you went, "I'm sick."
I was sick.
Well, I'd come to Russ's defense on this. He truly was sick, and I mean, in time, we went to Cancun.
Yeah, I went to Cancun.
Russ went, didn't bail.
See,
it was cool.
Now what?
Hated it.
I didn't hate Cancun. I love Cancun.
Oh, did you? Okay. You just don't like to travel. You don't like being around people. There was I was not the least bit surprised when the door closed on the airplane at 6:27 in the morning, and everybody turned to look at me like, I was looking at my magazine and went, 20 years. I'm not surprised in the least he's not here. Everybody's running around going, what do we do? What do we do? Where we're going? Call him. Somebody get on the phone. Don't bother me. Go ahead.
It's like they're going to Jamaica for a vacation. All they can think about is, where's Russ?
That's exactly it. We got off the plane to Miami or wherever it was. Everybody's running around in circles. I got to call him. What's going to go on?
We can't go to Jamaica.
I'm over getting a burger. I knew where he was. He's at home in bed.
I was sick. I was in Fettner's office by 10 o'clock.
Okay. I believe you. I know you were sick. Maybe you were sick enough to, it's just odd, the timing. Every time we used to travel with a TV show, you would get sick almost every time. Because I think subconsciously you don't like to go anywhere or travel.
Well, wait a minute. We went to California.
Yeah.
To see the professor.
Yeah. Went to California. Went to Midland.
Right.
You and I traveled a bunch for the TV show. I didn't always get sick.
You almost always got sick.
I did not.
Yeah.
We went to Disneyland, Disney World. We went to Vegas. We went to Padre.
You were sick in Vegas. Listen back to the audio.
My sinuses?
You were sick as
a dog. Change the,
in Vegas.
Change the,
You weren't sick in Disneyland because you had a girlfriend with you at that
So?
time. I'm just saying you had a reason to go. She wanted to go.
He didn't have a girlfriend in Cancun.
Yeah.
Or in Midland when we went to L.A.
He wanted to go see the professor. He didn't want to go to Jamaica.
I like how you're carving out all these little
I'm just telling
exceptions.
you, when he's got some reason he wants to be there, he goes. But
all right, fine. I understand.
Let it go. Sorry. My perception, I'm wrong.
You're right, I didn't want to go.
I know you didn't.
We got a break? All right, hang on. Take this. Yes, Todd?
Hey, Russ?
Yes.
Hey, there's a little store over off of 183 in Airport Freeway off of Hector Street, Lafina, and they're selling Russ Martin memorabilia.
Really? What type of Russ Martin memorabilia?
Well, I mean, there's he's selling pens. He's got CDs look like they've been copied. It says the best of Russ Martin, and some T-shirts that look like he's drawn them with ink pens. He's selling a T-shirt for like $10.
Hold on a second.
I know right where that store is.
Oh, but you don't know if he's really doing it.
I don't know if he's doing it or not, but I know what we should call over there. There is a Fino on that corner, and just ask.
Well, now he's going to have the heads up, and he's going to yank it off. If in fact he's doing it, he's going to yank the stuff off the shelves. Are you close there right now, Todd?
No, sir. I can be if you need me to be.
Well, somebody's going to give him the heads up. Where is it again?
It's over off of 183 in Hector.
It's on the south side of the freeway.
Yeah. Somebody stop by there and call and let me know if he's selling stuff.
Okay.
Thanks, Todd.
You're welcome.
This shouldn't take long.
Nope.
I'm just envisioning the rush of cars to the Fina.
Unless this is a hose job. This is a guy that got pissed off at somebody there.
Yeah.
I'll fix him.
Could be.
I'll go in there and write Russ Martin on a couple of boxes of Post Toasties.
Start selling some memorabilia.
Yeah.
Yeah, that might have been a flag.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll be back.
We'll be back with the Russ Martin Show.
I'm looking at him, staring at the thing. He wouldn't even talk to me.
Why?
You know why. Because he's not invited.
To what?
To Aerosmith and Kiss.
So he's pissed off in his office because he thinks he's not going?
Yeah.
Well, that's stupid. He's not going.
I know.
You don't have to think.
I know.
We ran out of tickets. You, Everett, Eddie, Bob, Luddy, cop friend of mine. I say me yet?
Yeah.
I already said me?
No.
Me. There's one more. Dan Lewis.
Dan Lewis.
That's 8 people. We only have 8 tickets.
I do more work for this show than Bob McNeil or Dan Lewis ever did.
He said he does more than Bob McNeil?
For this show. For this show than Bob Lewis, or Bob McNeil.
That won't
Lewis.
make any difference. Dan McNeil, Bob Lewis.
Yeah.
They'll be on the same horse.
Yeah, all right.
Well, it's not as though it's an entitlement. You know, I mean, he
thinks everything that comes into this show, and he does work hard. He does a lot of stuff.
For you and the show.
Oh, yeah. He does a lot of stuff for me in the show, on and off the air. Takes care of a lot of personal stuff. I just ran out of tickets.
What are you going to do?
There's nothing I can do. It's out of my hands. It's 2 box seats. 2 boxes, right?
Correct.
Or 1 box.
2 boxes of 4 each.
Those things go for
Well, with Backstage Pass and everything else you got.
$2-3 grand?
Easy.
Yeah.
Per box.
Yeah.
Sure. He should thank you.
Why?
Because this is an opportunity for him to practice tolerance.
He doesn't have any tolerance.
Well,
every time something comes in, he tries to steal it.
Well, that's why
I had that Viagra in my bag. He takes that. We got a bunch of food from
DietGourmet.com?
No.
Larry North?
No.
Yesterday.
Yeah.
Johnny Carina's.
Is that it?
Yes, that's Italian food. Johnny Carina's.
He comes in, takes a big plate, takes that out. Like, excuse me, who was it delivered for? We have plenty. I understand that. Who was it delivered for? He thinks that everything comes in as part of his. Are we on in the hall?
I don't believe we are. And certain speakers, but not outside where the workout area is.
I see Fitz from Wild 100 out there.
Yes.
He's looking at our weights.
Yes, he is.
If he picks one up, I want him gutted.
Okay. Oh, it's funny.
Is he still out there?
No, he walked away. Maybe you heard it.
Okay.
Alex from Wild 100 came by a while ago with Eddie. He was getting ready for the show.
By the way, all the pictures of the weight area now, so you can see what we're talking about, is in the photo gallery of my website, russmartin.com, and a couple of pictures of Randy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, those cans. Mm-hmm. All right, so Alex Valentine came over?
Yes, came by, and he goes, wow, this is really nice. Who's this for? And he goes, actually, Alex, it was for you. Russ would like to watch you work out while he's on the air. So wait till we're on and go out and pick up some weights.
Oh, that was the other thing last night.
Oh, yeah.
After the workout, I'm sitting in my office just kind of relaxing. I hear this chink, chink, off in the distance.
Let me guess.
Yeah, Chinese was breaking in.
Wow, you're like a mind reader.
Ruskin the Amazing.
Yes.
I'm a mentalist.
Yes.
No, he's using the weights. What did I say? I don't want... I didn't say anything. I didn't.
I know.
I said I didn't want anybody messing with the weights. Just I said I said we get more mileage and a dumbass bid because of Eddie. Any other show, they'd have moved on 30 seconds ago.
Yeah, can't. All right.
And it stops, but you know it's not done.
Yeah. It's almost the tension of when will it kick in again.
Oh, yeah. It's just a matter of time. Right, Eddie?
All right.
I don't even know where I was in the story.
Last night, you hear this sound.
Oh, yeah.
I'm trying to avoid it.
It's like you can't get past that one point.
I know. Okay. I don't even want to finish. It kind of ruins the moment. There's nothing else. So in the distance.
Yes.
I hear this.
Yes.
Noise.
Mm-hmm. Sound.
And I asked JD to go see what it was.
Right.
No. Don't.
JD says, yes, there's some crazy No. He comes back and he says, Trey's using the weights. I went, what? I've already said I don't want anybody messing with those. What if somebody gets hurt?
Sure.
That's the biggest thing.
Right.
Nobody can really take any of that equipment. They may be able to steal some of the dumbbells.
Right.
But everything else is there. But if somebody gets hurt, they're coming back to me.
Right.
And you know the Chinese is so happy.
Yeah, they are.
How do we get off on that?
What is it? Just people that want to work out in your gym.
Oh, so Trey's
entitled.
Trey's having a fit in the office.
And he's entitled to go to Aerosmith and Kiss.
I'm sorry
that
that Texas Tickets didn't send us more. They only sent me 8, and they're spoken for. Already got an email from Dan Lewis that said he'd love to go.
Man, that'll be great.
I think Trey thinks he does more for the show, specifically recently, than Dan Lewis has.
Well, he's done more for the show, not content-wise, recently than Dan Lewis. But Dan, I've known Dan 20 years. Why would Dan not be first on the list?
Just relaying.
Well, and I mean, just because you don't receive a gift, there's no reason to be pissed off. A gift is gravy. I mean, it's something nice that someone gives you.
It's a bonus.
Yeah.
Got it. Maybe we can get him tickets to something else.
Okay.
I know each year I always enjoyed going to Koreans on Ice.
Yes.
That's always a big show.
Make it out of the parking lot.
Yeah. All right. Let's try and do news. Hi, Gary.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hey, what the guy told you was true.
Well, what did you see when you went in?
Well, he's got some T-shirts hanging up. Looked like he downloaded it off the internet. Of the Batmobile. He's got a picture of you in some room. Looks like a little bar on the T-shirts. And he's got some CDs stacked up. Or look like he's burned them.
You are crapping me. If you guys are hosing me, I'm going to be pissed.
No, sir. I'm not. I swear to God to you, Russ. I'm not lying to you. Matter of fact, he ran me out of the store.
Oh, he did?
Yes, sir.
Do you have a camera?
I've got a camera on my phone.
Can you go back in there? Can you get in there long enough to take a picture and then email it to me?
I'll tell you what, I'll have to let my wife do it because he won't let me back in the store. He done told me he's going to call the police department if I go back in the store.
Why is he going to throw you out of the store? What'd you do?
Yeah.
Well, I'm sitting there just, I was standing on the phone talking, and I told my wife, I said, well, I can't repeat what I said.
Right.
I called the man, but, I said, that's kind of BS when, they try to make $1 off of everybody. And he heard what I said. He goes, what are you doing? Get out of my store. Get.
Is he Indian?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can you email that picture to anywhere?
Yes, sir.
Okay. If you can, go back in, take a picture, see if you can get a picture of a decent picture of the shirt or whatever he's selling. And then send it to Russ at russmartin.com.
Yes, sir.
I'll have Chris at BurtBiz intercept my email.
I'll have it to you in about 15 minutes.
Thank you, Gary.
Hello.
Right.
Wow, that would be interesting.
Yes.
Just a matter of time.
I'm going to own me a Fina station.
Yeah.
How sad is it that some guy at Afina has to do the merchandise for the show when the station
Yeah,
got a point.
He's probably thinking somebody needs to.
I'll start here. Good. All right. Trey just walked in with the ratings for today. Chicken had a good book, or actually a good month. Not good enough to be number one.
No.
Person is 2554, Monday through Friday, 3 to 7. We're still number one.
Excellent. And that's a month we took a week off.
Yeah, that's right. It was July. It was a week of best of.
Wow.
Yeah.
So obviously best of doesn't always hurt. Every time that anybody says anything to me about best of.
What?
Nothing. I was thinking of the chink noise.
Okay.
Best of. I always flip it off because I've already heard all these. So I told Eddie, I went, go back in, take all the best of bits, and take off the part where it says you're listening to the best of Russ Martin, and just put a regular bumper on there. Because a lot of times, that's what tips them off.
Right.
If you don't know, why tell you?
And they bitch about best of, but then they turn around and bid for them, the CDs.
Yeah.
They want the stuff, you know.
And you never know what's going to run. It may catch you up on a bit. You haven't heard the whole show. You don't know everything. There are things that I've forgotten. Victor, one of the waiters at Abuelo's, brought up something he hadn't heard before. Filled him in on a bit, caught him up, now he's up to speed. It's a nice little refresher course.
Right.
Hold on. Yeah, Rich?
Hey, guy, what's going on?
Yeah.
Hey, where exactly is that at on Esther's?
Where's it, John?
He said it was Esther's on the south side of the freeway 183. There's a FINA station right there. There's a down further is the Walmart.
There's a 7-Eleven. 7-Eleven, McDonald's, and Walmart.
FINA's back west.
On 183?
On the service road. It's back west of where you are, back toward the airport.
All right, I'll call you guys back. I'm sitting here with an Irving cop that's willing to go in there with me and distract the guy while I take some pictures.
Oh, great. Thank you. All right. Call us back. Yeah, thank you.
Then the Irving cop should know where the FINA is.
Yeah, he will. Well, the guy probably said, let me go check. Yeah. Let's see. Men 18 plus. We went up in July again. How do you do that running best of?
Catching people up.
WBAP was number 2. Ticket was number 3. Man, that Spanish station, KLLI, is just hanging in the top 5. We got to start doing Spanish segments.
No.
Why not? Obviously, Hispanic, we dropped a little bit in persons 1834. That's all right. What was I saying?
Spanish segments.
Yeah.
Doing those because the Spanish listening is so high. It is the fastest growing populace in this Dallas-Fort Worth area. Well, most of Texas. But.
Persons 2554.
What?
Nothing. I'm just looking. Okay. Yeah, the Spanish station's still holding up. That's all right. So July was a good month. Good. So anytime anybody bitches about the best of, I ain't listening. Can't help you.
Well, it's unavoidable. I mean, what are you going to do instead? You got to have time off.
Oh, no, you can't. Some chick called up yesterday. What'd you take Monday off for? You only work 4 hours a day. There's nothing else going on. Come in, work your 4 hours, get it over with.
Never take a day off.
There are people here in this station that think we only come in and work 4 hours a day.
Incredible.
There's no lead up. There's no, ramp down. There's nothing. You just come in at 3 o'clock. You run your yap for 4 hours and hope whatever comes off the top of your head is going to be entertaining.
Well, you worked very hard at making this show sound, off the top of your head, which it certainly is not. But you make it sound that way.
Well, some of it is.
Some of it.
Trey working out on the weights, making that noise.
Mm-hmm. That was, yes. Some of the classic moments are.
But you have to, my point is you have to have backup material in case the show goes flat. You have to.
Right. Okay.
What?
This FINA station is not the one near Esther's. It's at Ector, which is in Euless.
All right, that's why they can't find it then.
Yes, 183 at Ector in Euless.
Okay. Well, how'd the first guy find it?
He may have said Ector, and we just all assumed.
Yeah, he did, and I heard you say Esther's, and I thought maybe I just heard it the first time.
All right. Okay, so it's Ector, 183 at Ector.
That's in Euless.
Now, we're still going on the assumption that this is true. Mm-hmm. We don't know. As soon as I get the picture, then I'll know. You think I would have, if this was true, I'd have found out about this a long time ago.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a new inventory.
Maybe it just happened.
Yeah. Oh, and if those CDs are burnt, they're all bootleg.
Pirated, yes.
Sure.
You go to jail for that, don't you?
Absolutely. It's a federal crime.
Is it really?
Absolutely. You can't pirate somebody else's work, copyrighted work.
Sell it, yeah.
There again, we don't know if this is true or not. We have somebody investigating it. We could all be wrong.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Good break again? We didn't start news, did we? Okay. Mm-hmm. Do I want to take that before I take the break down? Spanish station sweat. swear. They do? No, they don't. Yes, David?
Hey, yeah, I got a question for you, Russ. How come the Spanish stations, they swear, they say the F word and stuff like that?
No, they don't.
Spanish. Yeah, they do. They really do.
Hold on a second. I'm going to take you off the air and tell me what it is in Spanish. You're off. Really? All right, hang on. All right, you're back on.
And I want to.
Hang on, let me ask. Slow down. Let me ask Eddie. All right, don't repeat it then. All right, go ahead, David.
Well, how come the FCC is not as strict with them? And how do you explain that to the FCC?
I think the biggest part is somebody has to complain. Right. If nobody reports them, then nothing's done. Correct.
Well, why don't we start complaining so then their numbers come down? You know what I mean?
I
bet they bitch about us.
Yeah, it wouldn't affect their numbers.
Why not?
People complaining wouldn't affect their numbers. The FCC would investigate and potentially fine them, but that won't affect the rating.
Well, then they couldn't say that.
They couldn't say that.
The ding dong your mama.
They'd stop that.
Exactly. Well, they'll just have to put more water in the beans and cut down because then all that money they're making.
Who knows what he just said?
No,
we don't get
it.
Guys. All right, bye. It's interesting. I never thought about cussing in Spanish.
Neither.
Or you could get a really obscure language that nobody, Czechoslovakian or something. Do it in some weird language.
A Slavic language?
Yeah, where nobody knows.
As long as nobody complains. That's according to the FCC policy.
Yeah. Each community is supposed to set its own standards. Luckily, we got a bunch of skanks listening to our show. Nobody ever bitches. All right. We'll take a break here, and we'll be back.
Volveremos con más de la exposición Russ Martin en vivo 1053, la plática que tembla Texas.
Yes, what is it, Mr. Trenholm?
Mandy Moore is in the building, and she wanted to come in and say hello.
Mandy Moore?
Yes.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious. She's a singer, actress.
What's she been in?
Been in a few movies. And then she's got a new single out.
Let me see it. What's she doing up here? She over at Wild?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, she's a cutie.
She is gorgeous.
Awesome singer.
Do you know her?
Yeah, I listen to Wild.
What's her song?
You know what? I don't even know. I know I've seen her on television, and I've listened to her music.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know.
How's it go?
I don't know the title of it. I listen to them all day Monday on the boat when I wasn't listening to the rest of the Russ Martin Show.
How do you know it's Mandy Moore then?
I just saw her picture. You just held up the CD.
Well, they don't hold up their pictures when she's on
television. They do.
Oh. Yeah, I'll bring her in. Play some of this. Ah, she's a big...
Hi.
Hi. You look cutie.
Well, thank you.
What are you doing up here?
I'm on a bit of a radio promotional tour.
Who's this guy just walked in my studio? That's quite all right. Well, you know what? Since you said you're sorry, you can stay now. It's the people that come in and cop an attitude that they got to go. Mm-hmm. Now I like him. You can sit on the back couch if you want. Who is he?
It's my manager.
Oh. Score. Nice job. Let me listen to this because I haven't heard your stuff. I'm an old guy.
You're an old guy?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Hey, you want to go to Aerosmith and kiss?
I'm leaving tomorrow.
Oh, where are you going?
I'm going to Houston.
What are you going to do down there?
The same thing I'm doing here.
Radio junket?
Radio junket.
Sucks, doesn't it?
All that fun stuff. That's not too bad.
It
kind
sucks.
No, I haven't done it in 2.5 years, so it's nice to get back in the swing of things.
2.5 years? How old are you?
I'm 19.
So you're getting sick of it?
No.
You go from station to station. You hang out in the studio with ugly fat guys that you'd never want. Please.
It's not that bad, honestly.
It is that bad.
But it's part of the job.
Let me ask you this. If they weren't on the air, would you stop and talk to them?
If they talk to me?
I don't think so. Not when you look the way you do. How tall are you?
5'10".
Yeah. Let me see what kind of shoes you got on.
Heels.
Okay. Very nice. Let me listen to this. Whose show were you on over there?
I wasn't on anybody's show. I just came by to say hi.
They didn't put you on the air?
No. I think they pre-taped something for tomorrow.
For which show?
I don't even know.
Are you still on?
Yes.
Huh. I gotta start reading the paper. Hang on. So do they play your song over there? Are they playing her stuff?
Not yet. We're just going for ads, as they call it.
Okay. Well, how
just
funny.
Coming out.
How funny. We're a talk station and we're playing it more than they are.
Yes.
Is that you on the Casio?
Not me.
Oh, do you play anything?
No, I don't.
Who's playing the horns?
That I don't know. I wasn't in the studio.
Shut up, you're singing. You weren't in the studio?
I wasn't in the studio when they did the musical stuff.
What do you sing to?
Well, I sang to the musical track, but I wasn't there when they recorded some of the instruments.
Oh, okay. It's already done when you walk in.
Yeah. Well, most of it is.
Okay.
The rest is finished afterwards.
So you don't have your own band?
Not at the time, no.
Oh, that's too bad. How long are you in town?
Just for the night.
You doing any other shows?
Nope.
The album's not even out yet, is it? Isn't it out?
It comes out in October.
October, yeah.
Yeah.
Coverage?
Coverage. It's a cover record.
Who does she look like? For anybody that's not familiar with her. Who do people tell you? I see a little Jessica Alba.
Jessica Alba?
I can see some of that.
Yeah, but you're prettier. A lot prettier.
I've never heard that before, but thank you.
It's a compliment, isn't it?
Yeah, she's very pretty.
You don't know who it is?
I know who Jessica Alba is.
You just said you never heard that name.
No, I've never heard the comparison before.
Oh, who else she look like? Just a perfect teenager.
Yeah. Precious.
Thank you for the compliment.
Do you like doing movies?
I feel nasty.
I do.
Yeah.
What movies were you in?
How to Deal?
How to Deal.
Why don't you let her talk?
To Remember? He knows all the information.
He don't know nothing. He pulled up your website.
You want to see what's on my computer?
No.
Hotmail.
I've seen dogfart.com. I don't want to see it. I'm sorry, sweetie. Go ahead.
I have 2 films coming out next year, too. So.
Well, what are they? Well, what were you in the past?
A Walk to Remember.
Okay.
And
Who was in
How
that?
to Deal. It was myself and a guy by the name of Shane West. And that came out like last year. And How to Deal came out in July, a couple weeks ago. Yeah.
You tape any other interviews today?
No.
Just Wild?
Just Wild. And we were in, God, where were we? Salt Lake City earlier this morning.
Hold on a second. Go ahead, Jody.
Yeah, I heard she was going to be on the Kid Craddock show.
I think that's tomorrow. Tomorrow morning.
Oh.
Okay.
All right. I thought you were leaving town tonight.
No, I'm leaving tomorrow morning.
Oh.
Just here for the night, though.
We don't want you to go in, Craddock.
I'm sorry.
We don't like him.
You don't like him?
Mm-mm.
Why not?
We haven't liked him since he trashed your album.
Yeah.
He hasn't trashed the album.
Yes, he has.
And you know what? I would still like him if he did.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes, I would.
He's not going to play your stuff.
That's okay. I have fun going on and saying hi to them.
We don't want you to go over there.
Sorry.
Eddie, get the chloroform. Sorry, sweetie, it's out of my hands. Are you really going over there?
I think so. You know, I got to do what I'm told. It's the job.
Look
Part
at her
of the
manager.
job.
Her manager won't even make eye contact now.
Yeah.
Shut up about Craddock. What? I'll talk to her longer if you don't take her over there tomorrow.
Really?
Yep.
I just do it direct.
Oh, nobody's got no spines. What, line 10? What is it, Patty?
Mandy,
Hi.
get out of there as fast as you can, sweetheart. He's a pit bull. He will beat you up. Run.
I've been nothing but nice the whole time.
Thank you very much. I can take care of myself, but thank you for worrying
Okay,
about
I'm
me.
just telling you right now. He's going to eat you up and spit you out.
Hey, you know what? I hear your little monkeys running around in the background. Why don't you go take care of them and not worry about what I'm doing? Watch your kids. Raise your
my
kids.
monkeys are my
You know what? You have no idea what they're doing right now. They're probably huffing spray paint. Sorry.
And you can no longer see that my love throw a spark and have a little faith in me. When the tears you cry.
You like older guys?
In what way?
Nasty.
No.
Quit.
Just give these loving arms a try, baby, and have a little faith in me. Have a little faith in me. Have a little faith in me.
I like this.
A lot of soul for your age.
Thank you.
Honestly.
Have a little faith in me.
You shot a video?
I did. I shot a video in Prague. We're actually going back to look at it for the first time today.
How long before it hits
MTV, I would say probably 3 weeks. 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
You excited about that?
Yeah, it's always fun.
I'd be excited.
That's nice.
Have a little faith.
But then again, I'm an old guy.
Yeah. She didn't say that. You did.
When your back's against the wall, just turn around.
Dan, I see those people. I know she's on Craddock tomorrow. Thank you. You can clear those out.
I will catch your fall.
I want to hear some more. Is that the only thing on this?
Yeah, it's only the single.
Let's show us 2 tracks. It's a different mix?
One's a remix and yeah.
Forward remix?
Yeah, that would be correct.
Was that more poppy?
Absolutely.
I must hear that now.
Okay.
I'm excited.
It's not that different, but
I'm a new Mandy Moore fan.
You are?
Yes.
Me too.
you
What? We leaving? Can I keep the CD? Okay.
you have to check out the rest of the record. It's all covers.
It's only got 2 tracks on it.
But when the rest of the record comes out, I think you might like it.
I'll download it off the internet.
October.
Why not? Just check it out.
Make sure you sign that before you go.
No problem.
Thank you.
Thank you.
How are we doing, Eddie? Close. You want to do news? If you'd like. All right. I mean it. No Craddock tomorrow.
Thanks. Nice talking with you.
She's mad.
No, she's not.
Yes, she is.
She likes you.
But you take her to... Absolutely.
Thanks. Take it easy.
Thanks.
Don't take her to Craddock.
All right.
It's out of my hands. All right, what'd I say? Because they jumped up and left.
It's like the dog fart.
They don't know what that is.
She don't know. She's only 19.
Yeah,
not like I said blacks on blondes. See her manager's face. He's all happy. He's in here. He found out he's on the #1 show in Dallas, Fort Worth.
Yes.
And all of a sudden, dog fart. Oh, no. Can we have the CD back? You pretend like that's Jessica Alba or somebody else. Please don't say her name anymore. And you know what? He's the one taking her around dressed up sexy with her cans hanging out.
She's hot.
She is.
Mm-hmm.
She have a regular website like MandyMoore.com?
MandyMoore.com.
Yeah, there's a really good picture of her on the front. I'm telling you, she looks like Jessica Alba. Mm-hmm. Don't you think? This picture right here? She didn't like us.
She's 19. She doesn't know exactly how to take you.
She's out of her element. Clearly.
Yes.
Why?
Because
I was nice to her.
You were certainly nice to her, but most music disc jockeys, as you would imagine, are going to really be nice. It's just going to be all happy talk. No little.
It was all happy talk.
Side comment.
I didn't say nothing nasty to her.
Do you like old men?
I didn't say, do you like the...
She asked how.
It's not like I said that.
She said how, and you said nasty.
That's all I said.
That's when it went south.
I didn't mean anything ugly by that.
It went south.
Hello, Mary.
Uh-huh.
Hold on just a second. Who told you could put you on your headphones?
I just wanted to hear.
You can't hear in the office?
Fine.
You see how sneaky he is?
I know.
He's standing there, and next thing you know, he puts on the headphones.
It's like a dog that doesn't know you're watching your plate.
It's like yeah. Go ahead, Mary. Hello? All right, she's out. Robert?
Hey, Bubba.
Yes, sir.
The reason your ratings are still steady in July, even though you had a week of best of, is your best of is still better than 95% of the original garbage that's out there.
Well, it's very kind of you, but every time I get people bitching and moaning about it, even when I go out in public, I've already heard that. I don't want to hear it again.
Okay,
so I just assume
also the sick and diseased individuals like myself who have already heard it all originally, who listen 20 hours a week.
I suppose. Yeah, I would guess the majority.
I still love best of because it's like, oh, I remember this. This was fun.
Yeah.
Happy the Clown Eulogy still makes me laugh till snot flies out my nose.
Yeah. Did that play this week? No. Yeah, I listen to that sometimes just sitting at home.
Yeah.
It's just...
But I mean...
I can't even hear the music without laughing.
Best of is a blast.
Yeah.
And if you don't think that your best of is good, why is Clarence Birdseye up the road stealing your stuff?
I don't know. I figure he would have given up by now. In fact, I don't have the morning numbers. I don't even know if... Trey, see if... thanks, Robert. Trey, see if McNeil can print me out the morning July numbers. I'd like to see how Goober's still doing. Mm-hmm. All right. Can we start news? Nope. Give me a cold bumper in, would you? Yeah, you could tell. They didn't have anywhere to be. All of a sudden, the manager jumps up. Where are you going to go?
They're going back to the hotel and going to relax until tomorrow morning.
Why all of a sudden they have to leave right now? They got plenty of time to get out of here.
It just turned.
I say anything about her breast?
Not at all.
I say anything about her ass?
No. It's his job to get her out of here before you did.
I didn't say anything.
I'm just saying.
And I played the song before Wild 100.
You certainly did.
We don't even play music.
Nope. And before Kiss or anybody else.
Yeah. Fine. Go in Craddock tomorrow. Having kiss your ass the whole time. All right, we'll be back. Okay.
We'll be back with the Russ Martin Show on Live 105.3, the talk that rocks Texas.
What is your big meeting about?
Nothing. I just got to make sure that I'm working out exactly at 7 o'clock because I can only work out till 7:45. I got someplace to be. That's what I was telling Trey. Call Kevin, make sure he's here on time because it's 7 o'clock. I forgot to bring my workout shorts. I just work out in my jeans.
Okay. Why? Where are you going? What's the big secret? You won't tell anybody where you're going tonight.
So?
Okay. Just saying none of my business.
I didn't say that.
Well, tell me then.
No, you didn't. I have someplace to be.
I know. But normally, when you have someplace to be, you go, I'm going to go out to dinner, da-da-da-da, I'm going to do this. Tonight, you're being secretive about who you're going to see and what you're going to be doing.
I'm a very private person.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
Is it a date?
Where am I going?
I don't know.
You know why?
Why?
Private person.
No.
Yes.
Because normally you tell me.
I ain't telling you.
Okay. You're acting like it's some kind of a meeting.
I didn't say that. I said I got someplace I got to be. Why you got a meeting?
I don't know.
Where you get a meeting? Where you get a meeting out of that?
You're just normally you say I have a date if you're going out with a female. Somewhere you got to be sounds like it's a business situation.
Can't help you.
Okay. But I'd ask. You're just acting very secret about it.
Why don't you ask me again?
You're not going to tell me.
I know it.
Why?
Go ahead, try it. May not be a futile attempt.
Where are you going tonight?
Someplace.
What are you going to see?
None yet.
Okay. Quit. I'll quit asking.
Not everything is an event. I'm just going someplace. I got someplace I got to be.
I know you.
And I got to be someplace at a certain time. I got to be out of here at 7:45. I got to get my workout done in 45 minutes and go.
I just know you well enough to know when you have a secret and when you're just going somewhere.
Well, there's no secret. You're reading way too much in it.
I've just known you for a long time, and I know your different little nuances.
Well, I'm sorry you misread this one. All right, just something I have to take care of. Yes.
It sounds like a business appointment.
Okay. Well, depending on how it turns out, I'll tell you.
Okay. Fair enough.
Good. Oh, did I tell you we found a bar?
No. Tell me, what's going on?
You're about to say yes. I saw your head go up. You went, yeah, no.
Well, no, I was thinking back to the other bar and all the bar discussions we've had. No,
I went out Saturday night. Looked at 2 different places in Addison.
Looked pretty good?
Trade was supposed to have a per foot cost today, and I still don't have it. So obviously, whoever the realtor isn't that interested in getting the place leased.
That's one possibility.
But one of them has been empty for over a year.
Really?
Yeah.
That should be a negotiable property.
Absolutely. And just the fact that if we go in, because they also own the property to the left of it and the property to the right. So you go in, and if you make that middle spot
productive,
then both places benefit.
Sure.
So that should also be in the negotiation. I like this place a lot.
Do you?
Great place to park either the Batmobile or the Mach 5 out front.
It's huge.
Nice traffic draw thing.
Okay.
It's on the strip. It's really good. Yes, Mr. Trenholm?
The parent, I talked to the legal department in that parent company.
Yes.
And they really said, they're like, well, they want to know what to do. And they're like, well, right now, I don't think we're interested in doing anything with the building.
They're just going to let it continue to sit?
That's the impression. They said they'll talk, and if they have any interest in doing something with it, they're going to call.
I'm not going to sit there and negotiate with them. Either you want to lease it or you don't. None of your business what I'm going to do with it.
I mean,
turn it into a feed store for ferrets. It's none of your business what I'm doing. If I'm paying for it, it's mine. Ferret land. Ferret world. 6 ferrets over Texas. It's none of their business.
Landlords tend to think it is.
Well, tough. Tell them we're turning it into a ferret museum. Just to see what they say.
Yeah.
We're big ferret fans. Come from a long line of ferrets. I'm a ferret breeder. I bang on myself. We'll see what they say. All right, so that's one place. Let me turn the mics off. Is that the one that I liked a lot?
Yes.
That was my first choice?
Yes.
What about the second one?
Second one, the agent, I believe, is out of town because he hadn't called me back, and I actually know him. So
okay,
I'll hear back sooner or later.
So we still don't have a cost per foot?
I do not have a cost per foot. I was shocked when I talked to their legal department, and I was like, yeah, here's what we want to do. You know, I explained the whole scenario, and they're like, well, right now I don't think we really want to do anything with it. It's like, so you're not, do you have any plans for it? Like, no, we're just not sure what they want to do. So.
Well, the rumor was, we haven't said the name of the company, right?
No, we have not.
That this company's pissed off at the city of Addison.
Oh.
So I don't know what some of the rules or regulations were, but Addison said you got to do this. They went, screw you, we'll shut it down.
And let us sit there and be an eyesore.
Yeah, and that's what it is.
Great.
We can still make the other one work, though, right?
Yeah.
Both places were fine.
Oh, both places. I think one was better than the other, but both of them would work.
The first one that's not available now, that was a bigger one, right?
Right.
Okay. We could still work out with
and
the
it
smaller
still
one.
may be available. She's going to, run it by the powers that be and see if they're interested in,
All right, so she's going to at least
Yeah, they're going to talk. But,
right.
Well, then what better way to get back at Addison than to let us open a bar there?
Why would Addison care?
Well, Trey said that they don't want to lease it because they want to get back at Addison by having it be an eyesore.
Yeah, tell them we hate Addison. Addison hates ferrets. That's why we want to tell them that. Addison hates ferrets. That's why we're going to open up Ferret World with a great big ferret sculpture out front.
On the roof?
Yes, dancing ferrets, much like the dancing frogs from, what was it, Tango?
Tango, yeah.
Yes. Dancing ferrets on the roof. Tell them we've already got it laid out. Big amusement park for the kids. Ferret slide. Ferret drop.
Right. Ferret drop.
One moment. Think of another one.
Mm.
All right, Betty, write it down.
Ferret twister.
What's your name, Eddie?
Sorry.
Sheriff of Ferret?
Ferret Town.
Oh, Sheriff of Ferret Town. Oh, make Dan Lewis Sheriff of Ferret Town.
Come right in a little stick ferret.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, I want to know about the other place, too. I'm excited. This is the first time I've actually seen two places. Either one of them would work fine. I'm ready to go. I got 4 emails this morning on investors or potential investors.
Yeah, the money will be no problem if we can just get the thing rolling.
Yeah. How much do you think base cost? You saw both places. How much to convert and ready to go? What would it cost us to get in?
On building number 1?
Let's take that one out of the equation. The fact that they're saying we don't really care, I don't want to mess with them because they're going to be a pain in the ass.
Okay. I think you're looking at, in Everett, so you know, this building is close to 9,000 square feet. So it's
big place.
Yeah. Well, and the great thing is we can finish it out in phases. You don't have to do all of it at once. As the business grows, then you finish out more areas.
Sure.
That way you don't spend all this money to finish out the whole thing and only need 45% of it.
That's certainly one approach.
You don't like that?
Well, I don't know. I'd have to see the space. I mean, another possibility is that, if we raise enough money to do the build out on the entire place, we could have Ferret World and all at once.
Well, I understand, but why do all of that? You could take a smaller area, make that more ostentatious or more finished out. There's no reason to do the whole thing if we're not going to need it immediately.
I think we might. It's going to be huge.
9,000 square feet's a lot of place.
Yeah.
How much of that's the kitchen? We didn't see inside of the second one, did we?
No.
Okay. All right, so how much?
Do you want to say on the air?
No, let us all guess.
I think a couple 100,000.
Oh.
Who's to say we can't raise a couple 100,000? I think we can.
Did you call about that other bar today? Some guy sent...
I've sent him an email asking him. There was no number in the...
I told him to call you.
Oh, okay. He has not called me, and I sent him an email giving him my number again.
Where was that one? On Lower Greenville?
Lakewood, Lower Greenville.
Yeah.
No, yeah, Lakewood area.
Do we like Lakewood?
Absolutely.
Oh, that's right.
I'm pretty sure I know which bar it is, too.
Well, let me turn the mics off really quick. Do we like that one?
Absolutely.
For some reason, he wants to discount that one out.
Well, it's because he's a banker, and they
let it go back?
I think that for some reason, either it's been foreclosed on or they've let it go back and they would like to sell it.
Okay. Maybe we open up a couple of them. But the idea, what I want to do is have a bunch of investors. A lot, all putting in a small amount. That way, if for whatever weird reason this craps to bed, nobody really lost anything.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And we have a big time, putting it together.
Sure. And everybody stands to make something if it's successful, which I can't see how it wouldn't be.
Yeah. Then if we need more money down the future, we're going to expand. Whatever. Everybody puts in a little bit more. And it's still not, it's not a strain on anybody. It's a great idea all the way around. Perfect. I'm excited. Go see what you can find out.
Okay.
All right. Okay. You ready to go?
Sure.
527, J.D. Ryan's on Live 105.
Thank you, Russ. News is brought to us by Expedia.com.
Expedia.com, making it easy to find the trip you're looking for. Expedia.com. Don't just travel, travel right.
And the SoBig.F virus that spread through email networks worldwide on Tuesday started when it was sent out to millions of people as a piece of spam. I'm sure you've gotten a ton of these if you have email anywhere. Meanwhile, the good worm sent to destroy the blaster and love sand virus also caused problems yesterday. The worm arrives via attachments to email and is activated when the attachments, which usually have a .pif extension, are opened. SoBig.F doesn't cause any direct damage to the infected machine. However, it can damage email systems by sending out a high volume of mail to email contacts as it tries to spread itself.
Have you gotten those, Everett?
Tons. Dozens and dozens and dozens.
I wish mine was limited to dozens. I finally went in and opened up a filter, made a filter for the things coming in, because each one, there's like 6 different subject lines.
Right.
Movie, application.
Yeah, approved.
Right. Wicked screensavers, my favorite.
That's a good one.
Yeah. I just went in and put in the email program. If this is in the subject line, delete it.
Oh, that's cool. That's a good idea.
Spam shield.
No, it's not spam. You're specifically looking for something.
Right. Well, that's actually a trademark name for Prodigy. That's what they call it.
This is just something where you specifically either look for a sender or words in the subject line. It's just regular. It's part of Outlook Express. It took me 30 seconds to do it all. But you still have to wait for it to download everything. Once it comes through, it deletes it, and you don't have to. That's what I spent most of the morning doing, was filtering through. I checked the computer upstairs before I left the house. I just let it all pump into there. Before I left the house, I had 833 of those things.
Damn. I thought I had it bad. I had like 70. 800.
It just kept coming, and I sent the email to check itself every 3 minutes.
Right.
That way it would just, immediately go in there, and I wouldn't have to mess with it. And I've never seen anything like this.
Yeah, neither.
What a complete waste of everybody's time that stuff is.
And who knows when this is going to stop.
Does Chris at VertBiz have any idea this is going to go away?
No. In fact, there's something on his website, vertbiz.com, that tells you how to do exactly what I did with the filters. Okay. It's a basic process, but not everybody knows how to do it.
Okay. I'll do that when I get home.
Go ahead.
Okay, back in 1995, 45-year-old Kevin Preslin of Australia was sent on a luxurious one-night stay at a nut house, basically, because of an episode of bizarre and extremely unusual behavior. Well, they let him out after just a few hours, and he went out and killed his brother's fiancée. He was acquitted of the murder by reason of insanity, follow me, but as just the beginning of it, Kevin, who no longer needs psychiatric drugs to keep him from killing, sued the mental hospital where he was treated and the doctor who treated him for letting him out too early, and he won $300,000 for getting let out of the nut house too soon. Penthouse
Can they do that?
Sue for that?
Yeah.
Absolutely. They have a
They got to...
Now, I mean, it gets a bit dicey because he's basically, it sounds absurd because he's suing for his own intentional act. Basically trying to...
Yeah, because I wouldn't go out and kill somebody because you let me go.
Yeah.
Normally it would be the people that got hurt that would sue?
Well, that's not to preclude them from a cause of action as well, potentially against him, or I guess using that logic against the mental health care facility. But then you run into problems of causation. It's a very slippery slope.
Obviously got some cash out of it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, good.
Penthouse magazine publisher Bob Guccione tells the September issue of Details magazine, all men are motivated by sex. Guccione says, quote, sex will always be the dominant factor in any man's life, whether he realizes it or not. It's what motivates him to buy that car that he drives, the house he lives in, the clothes and the jewelry he wears.
I'm vindicated.
How insightful.
It's Bob. That's why the magazine's tanked. They are...
that's right. Aren't they
filed for bankruptcy?
I think they've dropped down to less than half. God, it wasn't even that much. I was about to say 500,000 in circulation. I don't even think it's that.
Yeah. He goes on to say there's, too much competition. There's XXX videos, adult channels, pay-per-view films, strip clubs, phone sex, most of all, internet sites with no restrictions.
Yeah, I'm surprised that anybody subscribes to magazines anymore.
Yeah, sure.
For nudity, everything you need is on the internet.
Yeah.
And it moves.
Yeah.
And everything you need from a guy's perspective is in like Stuff or, those kind of magazines, Maxim.
Yeah. Those are the ones that are still doing better.
Right.
Yeah.
So, corporate bigwigs are forking over as much as $700 a head for dinner parties now, where the guests serve sushi off a naked woman. The secret gourmet trend has taken off in the past 6 months out in L.A. Now it's moved over to New York. This guy who put it together, Gary Arabia, says, I'm being inundated with requests. High-end catering company called Global Cuisine, that's what he owns, is based in the Warner Brothers studio in West Hollywood, California, and he created the sushi off the body thing. Body
What's
sushi.
the matter, Everett?
That was in a movie.
Was it?
Yeah.
Clockwork Orange? They were nude.
There was a movie that came out maybe 10 years ago where that was a big scene. I can't think of it. It was an action movie. I want to say Steven Seagal or somebody like that. And there was a scene toward the end. Now he's waving his hand.
Yeah, it was Rising Sun with Wesley Snipes.
That's exactly what it was.
And they was eating sushi off this chick?
I guess.
Off a naked chick.
Now they're paying $700 to do it. He uses trained body models who know how to lie still for up to 3 hours during the dinner.
Well, at least they won't stink up the food.
How could you tell?
That's what I said.
Stop.
What?
And from AskMen.com, here's what they say makes a real man. You ready?
Yes.
A real man, there's 8 things that make a real man.
Okay.
He is strong. A real man doesn't cry, doesn't moan, doesn't complain, doesn't get sick, doesn't need to go to the doctor every time he sneezes. A real man is firm. If life's a bitch, a real man will slap her on the face and move on.
I like that one.
Number two, a real man is focused. A real man knows the difference between what's important.
Does it say anything about putting your cools out on your woman?
No. Focused. No. He knows what's the difference between what's important and what's not. A real man doesn't waste time on stupidities that won't bring him any profit other than the occasional hobby. A real man focuses on power, money, and family.
I Like putting your cools out on your woman?
It's neither one of those. Power or money. Well, I guess that's power in a way. Yeah. Real man knows the importance of family. That's number 3. Man knows that his children are God's gift and should be treated as such, even if he disciplines them from time to time.
You put your cools out on them?
No, he don't. Number 4, real man doesn't gossip. Real man keeps his mouth shut. He shelters information and rations his words.
Please.
This is AskMen.com. Number 5, real man's word is his bond. A real man makes a promise, he keeps it. If he can't keep it, he doesn't make it.
Right. You promise to put you cool out on somebody, you do it.
Follow through.
Heidi Fleiss was on yesterday. We were talking about that.
Oh, okay. Tom Sizemore.
Yeah. Yeah, because the verdict came down and he was guilty of half of whatever he was charged on.
Right.
So I don't think he'd been sentenced yet. But she talked about when he was putting cigarettes out on her.
Amazing. How long after that did she hang around?
I don't know.
She was afraid. She was on probation, federal probation, and he just kept threatening to drop dime on her, tell him, get her arrested again. So she stayed with him.
I see.
She's got a bunch of, we didn't get the tapes.
No, we didn't.
Where's Goober? Where's the 2-way? The 2-way's not in here. It's supposed to be in here every single day. I can't. Try! One moment, please.
Scared the hell out of me.
Thank you. Where are the tapes?
They're being FedExed.
Are they really coming?
I got an email from her assistant saying they would put the stuff in FedEx.
So we'll have it tomorrow.
Having dealt with her assistant, but it's supposed to be put in FedEx today.
These are tapes that Tom Sizemore ever left on her voicemail.
Oh, wow.
Telling her everything that he was going to do to her.
The incriminating stuff.
Yeah, and I'm just afraid somebody's going to get to her and say, you can't release those. That's why I want to get them ahead of time. Because she said he's very threatening. Likes to drop the N-word a lot.
Really?
Yes.
This would be nice tapes to have.
Can't wait to hear them.
Yes.
Did she say how many there were?
I want to say there were like 4 or 5 voicemails.
And I bet they're not short ones either.
No. Rattling, rambling.
She promised she'd send them.
She promised she would send them.
Don't ever.
I'm not saying anything.
I know what you're thinking. We're all thinking it. But she promised though, right?
Yes.
Like, promise.
Promised.
Okay. Are they FedExing them today?
Last email I got is they were getting them together, putting them in a digital
Why
format.
don't you...
I will call again.
Go call and find out so we can look forward to it tomorrow. What is tomorrow, Thursday?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yes. We have the Tom Sizemore end tapes.
I will call again.
Thank you. Doing a fine job.
Were you talking to Trey?
No, I'm sorry myself.
Oh.
Go ahead.
Just a few more. Real man strives to be a role model. Real man respects himself and others at all times, unless, of course, he's been disrespected. Number 7 out of 8, a real man makes his own fortune. He doesn't settle for handouts or charity when it comes to personal fortune. A real man isn't satisfied with Papa's money. And finally...
Why not?
That's what I'm saying. This is. A real man makes his own fortune.
I'd take it if my dad was rich.
Would you?
Yeah.
I think you enjoy the fact that you've earned everything you have. I really do.
That's just something else I don't have to defend myself on.
Sure.
If somebody, it's like the whole royal family, everything they have has been handed down to them for generations just because of the bloodline. Mm-hmm. That's absurd. I'd feel guilty. Actually, I would feel guilty after a while just being handed all of this stuff just because you're in somebody's family.
I know they can trace back centuries and not find anyone that ever worked.
Yeah, what was the purpose?
The royalty, the ruling class of England.
Lovely. No.
What do you call it when your parents leave you a bunch of cash? You're some kind of, they call them some kind of a kid.
Trust fund, baby.
Thank you. That's it. Some of the most worthless people I've ever known.
You're right about that.
Well, they don't have to work.
I know.
You don't have any perspective on things.
It's almost a bad thing to do to a kid, I think, because you're right. It totally saps your motivation.
You should actually dole it out in small doses. Maybe, like 20, 30 grand a year, just so they've got some kind of base thing, and then go on.
Right, not enough to where they can just kick back and do nothing.
Right. Go ahead.
And finally, number 8, a real man doesn't look like a woman. A real man doesn't have piercings, long hair, doesn't shave his chest. Massages from a female attendant are tolerated. A real man knows that outside of his barber, all of his personal hygiene needs to be taken care of by a woman.
And you don't let anybody else put their cigarettes out on your bitch.
You don't.
You don't.
That's not in here, but I think you're right.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Who been putting their coos out on my hoe?
There's news and information. I'm J.D. Ryan, Live 105.3 to Talk to Rocks, Texas.
What is it? Oh, yeah, I didn't think about that. You're right. Go ahead, John. John.
Yeah, J.D., you did not just bag on somebody for coming from money.
I didn't come from money.
Yes, you did.
I did not come from money.
Where did you get?
He's right. I come from money.
Glider boy.
I did not come from money.
Did you or did you
upper
not
middle
belong
class.
To a country club?
Yeah, that's not money.
Yes, it is. Oh, that's not money.
No.
Let's talk to the people in South Oak Cliff and see if they think that's money.
Well, everything's relative.
They ain't a country club. They just hit you with it.
Trust fund, trust fund babies.
Yes,
I'm not a trust fund baby.
Yes, you are.
I'm not
Yes,
either.
you are.
You don't have any idea what my father left me when he died.
I don't know what he left you.
Well, it's not enough to buy one Batmobile. How about that?
How much you think my dad's going to leave me? What am I going to do with grout?
Not the
I'm going to go to the grout market.
There's a difference.
Grout world.
Yeah.
Captain Grout. That's what I'm going to be called.
Could be big.
Your daddy did enough for you where you shouldn't be bagging on somebody else.
Trust fund, baby. It's a whole lot different than what I did. That's tons different.
You've had more given you than most other people will ever get in their lives. How dare you?
I have worked since I was 15 years old, bagging groceries at Tom Thumb and every day since.
Let me ask you this.
What? I've never had to get to sit home and not work.
Let me ask you. Thank you, John. Let me ask you this. Trust fund baby.
I'm not a trust fund baby.
Let me ask you this.
I've worked every day of my life.
Really?
Yes.
For your birthdays?
Yes.
What did you used to have on your birthday?
Why do you do this?
What did you have on your birthday?
Well, most people get whatever they want.
No, most people don't get that on their birthday. What did you always have on your birthday?
Artichokes.
And?
Lobster. That doesn't make me a trust fund.
Yes,
baby.
It does. Nobody gets a lobster when would you start getting lobsters for your birthday?
7, 6, something like that.
Did it have little, can you imagine that?
Are you serious? Well, you got to eat whatever you wanted to on your birthday. Most people do.
And you know why?
Why?
You obviously were eating lobster before 7 because it couldn't have become your favorite meal unless you had it ahead of time. That's how something becomes your favorite meal if you have it a lot. And obviously you were having it a lot to have it on your birthday. They put the candles in its little claws?
No, not at all. It doesn't make me a trust fund baby. I've worked every day. I packed groceries at Tom Thumb number 39 in Spring Valley and Coit Road.
How old were you when you got the plane?
I didn't never get a plane.
You got a plane.
I never got a plane. Where'd you come up with that?
That glider?
I didn't own that.
You got a plane. How did you get that one?
We rented it.
Who's we?
My father.
Thank you.
Drove me out to the airport and I took glider lessons. He wanted me to get into aviation.
Okay.
You took glider lessons.
He wanted me to become a pilot, which I did.
Taking breaks from the country club.
He wanted me to be an airline pilot.
Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't have to put up with this kind of abuse.
Well, obviously somebody was wrong.
Apparently.
They're right. I never would have thought about that.
That's a big difference between that and a trust fund baby.
Hold on. How are we doing?
Trust fund babies don't work. I always have.
Yes, what is it, Bill?
Hey, boss, how you doing?
Good.
Hey, trust fund baby there. Did you also have horses?
Did you have horses?
Yeah.
Aha!
That doesn't make me
that's a stable. It is.
We had horses. It's not a stable. We didn't own the stable. We just
You probably went on fox hunts.
No, we didn't.
Did you?
Fox hunts. Never went on fox hunt. No. Never went on fox hunt.
What did you hunt? Oh, we know. You had the BB gun.
No.
Right out of the trees.
Locust out of the trees. Locust. And my dad and I would
you call them whatever you want, but I know what you're talking about.
No, you don't.
Mm-hmm.
No. My dad and I would go dove hunting and duck hunting each year.
Really?
Yes. That's light years away from a trust fund baby.
Never heard him called that before.
Mm-mm. How very strange.
Oh, what is strange about it?
Nothing. That's the fact you're bagging on rich people.
I'm not bagging on rich people. I'm glad if you have your cash and you earned it, super. I'm bagging on people that have been given their money. And that's
what you got.
I wasn't given anything.
You said you got all the toys that you wanted, and you're having lobster when you're 7 years old.
I worked every day of my life.
Did you pay for that lobster at 7?
After 15, I worked every day of my life. Every one.
And I suppose you want credit for that.
No, I'm just saying
That's how rich people are. They think if they actually do something, they deserve some kind of award.
Right. I've worked since I was 15. Okay.
So have you.
All of us.
So has Everett.
All of us have. But you ever hear me say that I've been working since I was 15?
I'm not attacking you. You're saying I'm a trust fund baby that's sat around on my ass, which I have not.
You're the one gloating about working.
I'm not.
You're the one who keeps asking for credit for working since you were 15.
I'm just saying. You're saying that I haven't worked. I sat around my ass. That's what trust fund babies do. Mm-hmm. They don't need to work. I've worked. I've had to earn every penny.
Why don't you throw that in my face anymore? Why are you so defensive?
Because you're attacking me. You're both attacking me.
It's clear that we've hit a nerve.
No.
Did you have to go through this a lot?
What?
People calling you the trust fund baby when you were in school?
No, I'm not. Never had a trust fund in my life.
I just noticed something else. You kind of look like Tom Thumb. Stick your tongue out like this. Do it. Just a little
thumbs up. Here we go.
Yeah. There it is. You put a pencil behind your ear and a little apron.
Oh, man.
You could open up a grocery store. It's Tom Thumb.
Oh, God.
With a big f***ing head.
Oh.
All right. We're going to break now.
Thank you, Jesus.
We'll be back with the Russ Martin Show.
Did you eat all your protein bar?
Nope. Just a little bit of it.
And you're not hungry? Why am I hungry?
I don't know. I can't imagine why you're hungry. You eaten all your food? No, you hadn't had dinner yet.
No.
No, I've had dinner. So I ate dinner about 5.
You ate your dinner and the protein bar?
Yeah. I ate dinner, and then I just had a bite of the protein bar, so I like dessert. Because I didn't eat it earlier in the day because I wasn't hungry.
Why am I hungry?
No idea.
I'm dizzy.
You're not dizzy.
I am.
Quit it.
Dizzy.
No, you're not. Have you put your workout routine up on your website yet?
I got the energy to do it. Somebody what?
I've just had a ton of email people going, what do y'all do? And I don't have time to explain every single thing.
Not yet. But they're going to put the food up there, the reps, everything that Larry's making us go through.
Right.
That Randy's making me work out too hard.
Well, she's not.
Yes, she is.
Just right.
And when I tell her that I'm starting to get tired, she don't care.
That's what trainers do. They don't.
I don't like that. I blacked out last night.
You didn't black out?
Yes, I did.
I was here. She wasn't even working you that hard.
Yes, she was.
No, she hasn't even moved you up to the big stuff yet.
I don't want the big stuff.
That's how you're going to work out and look great.
Hurts me.
No, it doesn't. Well, actually, you're not in pain, are you?
No.
Okay, then she's doing just right. If you're just getting fatigued, but you're not getting in pain.
I don't think vomiting and blacking out is supposed to be part of a workout routine. Because if it is, I missed that.
You didn't vomit. You didn't black out.
Yes, I did. I vomited on my own neck.
No, that was your dog. Vomited on your neck.
I had the puke necklace.
No. It was when you were sleeping, not when you were working out.
Oh, you missed it yesterday, Everett.
I guess I did.
Abby had surgery Monday. Just teeth.
Okay.
Teeth cleaning, yanked a tooth. Anesthesia makes them sick.
Right.
She wakes me up Tuesday morning, clawing me on the face, just in time to watch her mouth come open, and she vomits on my neck.
Oh, God. That's a pretty good visual, though.
Sort of. I was just kind of halfway awake, and you close your eyes for a minute. You're going, I hope I just dreamed the fact that a chihuahua threw up on my neck.
Yeah.
And it was a thick, coagulated yak.
Okay.
So it just kind of hung on your neck. Kind of like a raw egg.
Okay.
Well, it's touching that she would want to share it with you.
Why did she wake me up?
Trying to get you to get her out of the house.
She don't know. She craps on the carpet. Why does she want to leave the house to yak?
She just didn't feel
so
good.
now I got yak and pudding crap all over the house. Because now she got sort of the squirts. But it's not really squirts. It's like in between.
Right.
It's like a brownie that didn't bake all the way.
Gotcha.
I got to have the carpet professionally cleaned because I can't get a couple of those out.
Yeah.
How'd I get off on the dog? Oh, yeah, and I blacked out and I vomited on myself.
You didn't?
Yes, I did.
How come I didn't see that? And she didn't mention it.
Oh, is she going to tell?
We were all standing right here.
That's not the point.
You didn't, and she's working you out perfectly. If you're not sore, really, but you're...
I'm not sore.
But at the end of the workout, you're fatigued. Perfect. She's very good.
I don't like her. I'm sorry, Gail, I forgot about traffic.
Oh, that's okay.
What do we got?
Well, we've got a freeway shutdown in Fort Worth, actually, our Forest Hill. Eastbound 20 past Anglin Drive, shut down. You've got an overturned semi and 7 other cars involved in this crash. Hazmat is on their way, and you're going to have to exit at Anglin. Right now, don't know how far the backup is, but it'll be worse in a minute. Northbound Central before Spring Valley, the 2 right lanes blocked by a crash, and that's backed up forever, all the way to Fitzhugh. You've got westbound LBJ stacked up from Abrams as a result of that, too. Southbound 35 Stemmons at Inwood, the 2 left lanes blocked by a crash. That's got you backed up onto 183. And, southbound Central before 635, just across from the wreck. You got a stalled car in the right lane. That's why you're backed up in through the Richardson area. And don't miss AutoZone sidewalk sale this weekend. They'll have free giveaways with every purchase while supplies last, plus 20 to 40% savings on selected chemicals, supplies, accessories, and more. Get in the zone, AutoZone. I'm Gail Lightfoot on Live 105.3, The Talk That Rocks, Texas.
Thank you, Gail. Going to be mid-70s again for the low tonight. Pretty much same thing tomorrow. Sunny, hot, about 101. Topped out at 99. We're at 98 now at Live 105.3, The Talk That Rocks, Texas.
I'm going to take my creatine.
Okay. That's right. 6 o'clock. So now you're doing legs. Is that right?
I don't know. I'm not doing squats.
No. Well, you said you didn't want to do those.
I don't like squats. They make me dizzy.
You have to get really seriously dizzy or hurt or...
Only when I passed out.
You didn't pass out. You didn't puke. They're doing a great job.
You'll be in great shape in time for your big photo shoot. You're still doing that, right?
Maybe.
Maybe?
Maybe. We'll see.
Thinking about backing out?
I don't know. See how I look in 2 weeks. If I see some type of forward motion in 2 weeks, that'll be my incentive.
You will if you stick with it.
I'm going to stick with it. There's no reason not to.
Really?
I don't have to go anywhere. I don't have to psych myself up to get out of bed and go to the gym.
Nope.
All I got to do is walk out of the studio, and there it is. I got all the food in the refrigerator. It's ready to go. All I got to do is follow the letters. I ain't eating beets.
Okay. Don't eat beets.
Well, they stuck them in there.
I know that they don't know all of your preferences.
I don't like beets.
They'll know that for next week. I bet you don't get beets.
I mean, why somebody would give you beets.
Nobody likes them.
No.
It's a bastard vegetable.
It is. Yes. And that muck that it sets in.
It's just juice.
I didn't eat it.
Okay.
That's why I replaced it with something of an equal caloric intake.
Which was?
The Nutter Butter peanut butter sandwich cookies.
And what did you say after they had the first one?
Would you like another Nutter Butter peanut butter sandwich cookie?
And your answer?
Yes. I swear to Jesus Christ, as I stand here, every day the ratings come in, I just shake my head in disgust. I'm embarrassed for the people that listen. I wouldn't listen to this.
Damn sure wouldn't tell anybody.
No. Somebody came up and asked, what are you listening to? It wouldn't be this.
Yes.
What are we doing?
Working out. You're talking about working out tonight?
What about it?
You're taking your creatine. You're working out perfect. You're not getting sick. You're not passing out.
And will I be able to see something in the definition of my body in 2 weeks?
Yes.
Really?
You can ask the guys that are training you. They know more, but that's what they said originally. You're sticking to it, which you are sticking to it. If you're really, truly getting hungry, you need to talk to Larry and see if you can adjust your schedule.
Here's the problem is,
he wants it to be as easy for you as possible.
I'm afraid to eat everything I'm supposed to. Because I had breakfast at 9, I had those 2 muffins and the yogurt, and then at 11, I'm supposed to have that protein bar. It's another 300 calories.
So have you skipped meals?
Yes.
Well, that's why you're hungry.
That would explain it.
You have to eat it all to make it work.
It's going to make me fat.
No, it's not going to make me fat.
It is going to make me fat.
No, it won't.
I'm telling you.
Common sense says it's going to make me fat.
No, common sense says you're going to work out and burn off the extra calories that you're now taking in. Plus, you're going to increase your metabolic rate, and that over time is going to burn more calories.
You have to eat food to lose fat.
How come fat people that don't work?
Because they don't do anything and they eat the wrong foods in the wrong combinations.
Okay.
It's the difference between eating what you've had today and going to McDonald's. No slam on McDonald's, but Their food is not low fat.
Okay. What was that quiz you wanted me to take during the break?
Oh, from Psychology Today.
Hold on a second. What is it, Adam?
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir.
Everett, I had a patio poured in my backyard and by a guy that just passed out flyers. And it was like a verbal agreement. And he was supposed to come back August 5th and get his check for the patio. He hasn't come back. So I was wondering if how long am I legally obligated to pay him?
I'm not sure I understand your question.
He laid the patio, poured the patio, paid for the concrete and everything.
Okay.
He was going to come back August 5th. I was going to write him the check for the work that he did.
You're wondering how long you have to wait to pay him?
Right.
Typically on a debt, you're looking at a year where you can't sue, but, pay the guy.
Why would you ask about...
Well, because... I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was just going to ask, why would you be concerned about paying him?
Well, the patio is like $480.
Okay.
And I usually don't hang on to that much money for a long period of time.
We'll set it aside. When he comes back for it. If he never comes back, you got a nice little windfall. You spent the money. You can't spend that $480. That's already spoken for.
That's true, but
I just send him a check.
A 90-day.
Well, you owe him the money. Just because he's lax and coming back and getting it doesn't mean you don't owe it to him. Plus, he can slap a lien on your house.
Yep, that's right. A mechanic and material is a lien.
I can't get a hold of him.
Well,
set the money aside, and I suspect he'll be back for his $480 in time.
Especially if he has cost in it.
Sure.
Yeah. All right.
Stop being a cheap ass. You're bitching because the guy's not there the next day to get his cash?
Yeah, you owe the money, pay it.
I don't hang on to money that long.
I can't help it.
Dude, just set it right. Take the cash out, set it aside, and don't touch it. It's not even yours now. He didn't even say he did a shoddy job. He didn't come back. I still have to pay him.
I think this one's free.
What I get out of it? It's like at Kroger sometimes when they scan something and it don't beep. Right. I always use that same joke, and they don't laugh. Must be free. I was behind some idiot last night. And the checker looks at him like, well, that's certainly a dandy one. Shaky. All right, what is it? What's the test?
Oh, it was from the Psychology Today website. It's just arguing style.
Okay.
It's maybe too long to do on the air. It's like 40 questions about how you argue with your partner.
Why am I taking this?
I don't think you argue fairly. I think you argue.
I argue in
circles.
I argue to win.
You argue in circles.
I argue to win. Why would I argue to lose? That sounds stupid.
You don't argue to lose. Well, sometimes an argument actually can bring out some things in the relationship that don't work. An argument is just a disagreement. You're not always right. I know you think you are, but you're not always right.
How do you know that?
Just because. Everybody is not.
I don't like the presumption that I'm not always right.
Well, you're not.
You don't know that.
You think in every relationship you've ever had, in every argument you've ever had, you've always been 100% correct.
I never said 100%.
Okay. This just is about arguing styles.
Go ahead. Ask your stupid little questions.
I don't have to.
Shoot through them.
I'll make them quick. Then I got to score them here. So it's going to be, these are your answers each time. Most of the time, often, sometimes, rarely, or never.
Let me write those down. That way you don't have to say it every time.
I won't.
Say them again.
Most.
Slow down.
Of the time.
Most. Go.
Often.
Often.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Rarely.
Wait. Rarely.
Or almost never.
Almost never. Mm-hmm. All right. Go right ahead. Trust fund, baby.
When my partner appears in the mood for an argument, I leave, go to sleep, or find something else to do to avoid the confrontation.
Sometimes.
Okay. When I realize I hurt my partner, I apologize.
Almost never.
There you go. If I admitted my mistakes, I would give my partner the stick to beat me with.
Almost never.
Mm-hmm. An argument is a bad time to pay my partner a compliment.
Always.
It's a bad time to pay a compliment?
Yeah, because then they just think you're sucking up.
Yeah. So what is that? Most
always.
often?
It's always a bad thing.
All right, most often.
Okay, in order to calm down my partner's anger/hurt, I
put out your cool on them.
No, I apologize for things I haven't done or said.
Almost never. You never, ever apologize for something you never said, because that's going to come back later, and that's another argument. That's another issue you got to deal with. Never, ever go back and say, I did this or I said this, and if you didn't, because sooner or later, you're going to have to readdress that.
But if you've done something wrong, you need to admit it.
I don't think that's what the question was.
In order to calm down my partner, I apologize for things I haven't done or said. You're right.
Thank you. Never, ever do that. You got enough. You already have a problem. Don't tack something onto that.
Right.
That's an invitation for an argument at any time, because they know ultimately they can be right even if they're not.
You've already admitted guilt to something. Think about it being in court. Would you do that in court?
No.
That's almost never.
Okay. I start an argument by announcing I want to fight or to discuss a controversial issue.
Oh, is that the way I start them?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, let me think.
You announce it, or do you just fall into them?
Yeah, we just kind of start. I'd say rarely.
Okay. When confronting my partner, I prefer to have a friend or relative around to serve as judge.
Almost never.
Oh, that's true.
The legal industry, that's called a witness.
Once we start to argue, I prefer to tackle all the touchy issues I need to discuss rather than solving them one at a time.
Almost never. You got to do one at a time. You do too many things at once, it's the spinning plates, and you can't keep them all up. Sooner or later, one of the plates is going to fall off the stick.
You got to go.
You have to keep them focused on one issue. Especially with women who can multitask. They like to go off in different directions, and more often than not, you don't get things tackled. You get one thing at a time. Focus on that, and then move on.
That's hard enough to keep them on that one thing anyway.
I can visualize every time I've told a chick, stop, let's focus on this one thing. Once we get this addressed, then we'll go back and we'll address this. If you'd like to write it down so you don't worry about us forgetting it, that's fine. Let's focus on this. And just, it's like, how you do conditioning so they remember.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take my...
No, you don't.
Go ahead.
No, I talk about my negative feelings during an argument.
Most often. That's what an argument's for.
Well, sometimes you can leave feelings out of it and try to do a
No,
fact.
you can't. An argument's an emotional exchange.
It is.
Thank you. That's the time. That's when you assassinate their character.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Now you're wrong.
No, I'm not.
That is not the time to assassinate someone's character and make them feel worse.
Okay, go ahead.
When I realized I was wrong, I admit it to my partner.
Ask that one again.
When I realized that I was wrong, I admit it to my partner. If you were really, truly wrong and you realize it, would you ever stop and just go, okay?
If there was no way out of it?
You do have a point.
If there was no way out of it.
It didn't say that. It said when you realize you're wrong, you admit it to your partner.
Well, I would need that addendum on there. If there was no way out of it. If I was wrong and I could figure out a way out of it, I'm taking it.
You always have a way out of it. Okay. When we argue, I attempt to find common ground before exploring the differences in our argument.
Exploring differences.
When we argue,
that sounds like too much trouble. I'd say almost never.
Common ground. Okay, when we argue, my old grudges intensify.
Most often.
I tell my partner what she needs to do in order to fix her problem.
Most often.
I view arguments as a means of growth, personal and relationship-wise.
I never thought about that. Ask that one again.
I view arguments as a means of growth, personal and relationship-wise.
For them, yes. I would say most often.
I view arguments as a means of growth.
What are you laughing at, Everett?
Most often for them? I don't think that was
them.
Exactly the tenor of the question.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm just answering it the way that I see.
Okay. During an argument, I attack where I know it hurts.
Is there anything higher than most often?
No.
No. Most often?
I believe that in principle, arguing and fighting is bad for a relationship or marriage.
It's bad.
Arguing is bad.
Almost never.
Some people just try to avoid it all.
You got to have argument. That's where growth comes in.
For her.
Yeah.
Thank you, Everett. I believe that it's healthier to fight than to bottle up negative feelings.
Oh, most often.
Okay. We end up fighting over something completely different than we started with.
That happens, but you have to get them back on track. See, that makes it sound like it's my fault, and I'm not going to fess up to that.
We end up fighting over something completely different.
I would say sometimes.
Okay, got that one. When the argument gets heated, I suggest a temporary ceasefire to break and calm things down.
Sometimes. Because if they get too mad, they can't understand why they're wrong.
Okay. I rephrase in my own words my partner's complaints to make sure I did understand them correctly.
Absolutely. And you phrase it, every one of those starts just like this. All right, let me make sure I got this right.
That's a good argument style.
That's the way
I heard you.
Yeah. That's the way you go back and you paraphrase. And each time they do something and they say, and most of the time it's something stupid. Yeah. That way they know that you're paraphrasing their words. All right, just so that I know I'm clear on what the hell you're saying. And then you paraphrase. So yes, that's it most often.
I get so furious during arguments that it's difficult to think straight.
Sometimes.
That's it. Okay, I was going to say rarely or almost never with you because you think so well on your feet.
No, sometimes you get really mad and you're angry over the fact that they're not getting it. It starts to get in the way. So sometimes you got to back off a little bit.
Just a couple left. I start arguments only when we're alone. We sort of asked that one before in a different way.
Ask that one again?
I start arguments only when we are alone.
That's most often. I never do it out in public.
No.
It goes back to the witness thing.
Mm-hmm. When confrontation seems imminent, I start giving my partner the silent treatment.
Most often.
After an argument, I feel relieved.
Most often.
Really?
Yes.
I don't.
Why not? You got something accomplished, and they learned something.
They learned something.
Yeah.
Assuming, once again, you're completely correct.
Assuming you haven't pissed them off so much that they're not thinking straight.
Right. That's why you have to take breaks from time to time.
Exactly.
Let them calm down. Let them absorb what you're trying to tell them.
Okay, just 4 more.
Okay.
Our arguments solve the issues we fight about.
Sometimes. They don't always get it. But sometimes, if you think, and when they do get it, that's when you do the positive reinforcement.
Which is?
You don't put your coat on.
I validate my partner's feelings, even though I don't agree with her argument.
No, never validate stupid feelings. Don't. You just can't, because you can't keep track of all the stupid things you'd have to validate. Then, if you got to keep track of it, it's going to come back later, and it's going to be in your cereal. Mm. You can't have that. You got to stick to what's actually true and what's happening.
2 more. When we argue, I point out my partner's character flaws.
Yes, that's called character assassination. That's my favorite.
I didn't even have to wait to answer that one for you. And when the argument is over, we make up right away.
I would say sometimes.
Okay.
They get it sometimes. Why don't you score that? Is that what you're doing over there?
I'm going to
all right, score that. We'll break. We breaking here? Please. And then we'll come back.
Yeah! We'll be back with the Russ Martin Show.
Are you done scoring?
Yep.
Hang on a second. Let me talk to this guy. Go ahead, Rich.
Hey, man, we've been driving around looking for that store. And we obviously established that it wasn't the one in Ector in Irving, but it's not Ector in Euless either. We've done about a 5-mile radius and stopped at every damn convenience store. It's not here, man.
So there's no FINA out there at all?
No FINA at all. We've even stopped at all. Right now, my wife's inside at this mobile, seeing if it's this one. Wait a minute, she might have it. Nope.
Nothing there?
Any ideas?
I don't know. I missed it. Is it 183 or Ector?
Originally, the guy said Ector, which is in Euless.
Okay. And there's nothing there?
No.
There was one store that sold a bunch of stuff like that, and he could have yanked it off the shelves. I mean, he had all kinds of shirts and crap that you could tell he made.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it was a Conoco, not a FINA.
Oh.
The Conoco by that Embassy Suite, big pink hotel on...
well, that's Irving. That's not going to be Ector.
Nope.
Okay.
We're on Ector right now. Actually, we're on Euless, Maine right now.
Okay. Well, let me know if you pop anything.
You got it.
Sir. Dan, didn't you get calls? I mean, several? All at the same time?
Yes. And everyone was the same. They didn't see any FINAs, but what he just said about the Embassy Suites, the pink hotel over there on 183, one of the guys that called in that confirmed that he saw the stuff, the one that had the camera phone, he said it was down there next to the pink hotel, which is the Embassy Suite. So that makes sense.
Well, the fact that guy had similar types of things, too. I mean, you take all the circumstances.
Well, I told I told the guy to take a picture, email it to me, and I told Chris at FertBiz, intercept all my email going to russ@russmartin.com. And if it comes across, post it. Well, Chris hasn't gotten it, so maybe it was a hoax.
Could be. I know of one place I'll stop on the way home.
Well,
that's a Fina.
By now, if it's true, the stuff's probably gone.
Probably pulled it off.
yeah.
All right, go ahead. What's my score?
Your arguing style test. Hey, let's see here. Out of a possible 100 points, you got 46. The result of this test you just took suggests that you have a lot to learn when it comes to constructive resolution.
That thing's wrong.
This does not mean, from Psychology Today, this does
Doesn't make
not
any
mean,
difference.
Does not mean you're solely responsible for the destructive nature of your arguments with your partner, but your ineffective strategies are certainly playing a part.
What ineffective strategies?
Oh, that you're always right, she's always wrong.
I never said I was always right.
Character assassination is the only way to win.
Sometimes you got to.
Never let them understand they have anything to say.
You can't validate stupid feelings. That's the problem with psychology. And this came off Psychology Today?
Yes.
All right. Well, that explains that. They like to make everyone a winner, baby.
Yes.
And it ain't all right.
Yes.
It's not.
Well, some people...
Anytime both people walk away feeling like a winner, somebody had to give something up, and you had to validate some dumbass feeling.
Maybe she gave some and you gave some. Maybe you decided that both parties normally are a little bit wrong.
That smacks of compromise, JD. I don't think
that's too much.
Yeah.
Now, I don't mind. I wouldn't mind doing it if we were buying something.
Right.
All right. I'd like this $1,500 refrigerator. Well, she might like one that's cheaper. All right. The compromise. We find something in the middle.
Okay.
I'd be okay for something like that. But if she's being an idiot, there's no compromise to that.
Well, she obviously thinks you're being an idiot.
Well, that's why you have to set them straight. And from time to time, to get their attention,
yes,
you got to put your cool out on them.
No, you don't. Ever.
Tom Sizemore did.
And he's going to jail.
Well, I don't mean actually do it. I mean,
yes.
What's the word?
You threaten.
No. I guess you could.
Just light one up.
Yeah. Remember what happened last time I lit up a coup? Remember? I was going to do. Trey brought me something a while ago. Oh, it was a voicemail guy bitching about Dan O'Malley and the way he's screening phone calls.
Yeah.
All right, so it says I don't know how to argue.
You're very ineffective.
I disagree.
Well, you do.
Ask all my exes.
Yes, they all. You do not argue, but not effectively.
Yes, I do. More often than not, I win. That's effective arguing.
That's your purpose in arguing, is to win. It's not to resolve things amicably.
Yes, it depends on your intent when you argue. Mm-hmm. Some people like to look at it as a situation of growth, a time and a place for both parties to learn and grow
and change.
Yes,
and learn how to not get back in that same situation.
I like to look at it as, I don't want this to happen again. Let's make a really strong effort.
I think your number one goal is to win, though. I think
mine.
Yeah.
That you're just talking about me and not
you.
The way. Yes.
You personally.
Absolutely.
I mean, I think
I'm not going to be wrong just to make them happy. That'll drive me nuts, and sooner or later it'll come back out. I'm not being an ass about this, and I'm not being cute because we're on the air. Mm-hmm. I will not say I'm wrong if I'm not, and I'm not going to sit there and go, well, I can't always be right, because if I'm right, I'm not going to adjust it.
Well, she has feelings, though, and you have to validate those feelings. Sometimes go, okay, I understand why you feel that way. Here's what we need to do.
I understand why you feel that way. Here's why you're wrong.
That go over pretty well for you?
Yeah.
Sometimes. Sometimes they'll perk up and they'll go, you know what? He's a smart fella, right? I'll listen to him. Sometimes you can learn stuff.
Bet that didn't work very many times.
It's worked many times. Go and ask all my exes.
Oh, your exes, yeah, exactly.
Hello, Bob. This is Charles. I was calling regarding a comment for the Russ Martin Show in the afternoon. I listen to it all the time. I don't have any problem with the show. I enjoy it. But this dude, Dan, that answers the phone up there, he's always disconnecting people. He's not letting them get on the show to make a comment. He's just like, you know, whatever, and he hangs up, you know. And that's kind of that's not right, you know. You shouldn't do that. Sometimes they do it on Pugs and Kelly, you know, with Sybil or someone.
All right. You get a raise. Not everybody gets through. That's the purpose of a call screener.
Yes.
He's to listen to what you have to say, do a brief interpretation, decide if it's going to be on the air or not, or good enough to be on the air. Type in what you want. I'll look at it on the screen, and I'll decide. So it's a two-step process. Not everybody's going to make it.
And you can normally tell from years and years of answering the phone at radio stations, you know the first 6 words, maybe sometimes less if it's going to be a complete idiot and a waste of time.
Hey,
Click.
Or,
hey, Russ there?
Click. Russ there.
Yeah. What are some of the other ones you get down?
Well, I just wanted to point out that this guy, Charlie, he even had a hard time getting to the point in his voicemail. Yeah. So imagine what he sounds like on the phone. He has no energy or anything. But, yeah, a lot of people are like that sometimes. And they expect every call she get through. And and they don't understand that I get 500 calls a minute sometimes.
Well, that's impossible, but okay.
They all try at once.
Forgot what I was going to say. Hold on a second. Just calling in. Getting through.
First couple words out of their mouths.
First couple of words. Damn. Could be a valid point. Hang on a second. Everybody just shut up.
Are you still thinking about it? Hey.
What?
Wake up. You're not thinking about it anymore.
I decided to relax.
Nodding off over there.
Did I close my eyes?
Yes. Like, what's he doing? Oh, his eyes are closing.
It just got so quiet.
Yeah. Peaceful.
I don't know what I was going to say. Calling in, idiots.
Yeah.
Nothing to say. Forget. I'm out.
Hello, Bob. This is Charles. I was calling regarding a comment for the Russ Martin Show in the afternoon. I listen to it all the time. I don't have any problem with the show. I enjoy it. But this dude, Dan...
Oh, and I'm sure some people call in, and Dan asks, what do you want? Well, I don't want to tell you. That's between... Do they say that? Why do you need to know?
All the time. And as soon as they say, hey, let me talk to Russ, click. That's pretty much how it goes.
What do they say when you go, what is it about?
They say, I don't want to tell you. I called to talk to Russ.
Okay. Yeah, those are the ones you... Yeah, that's fine. Get rid of those. Yeah. That's the point I was going to make a while ago. If you don't want to tell him, you ain't getting on.
It's a good chance for you to rehearse it anyway.
Yeah.
So that's a good
that
point.
way, if you say something stupid, Dan can help you with it. Right. Well, why don't you phrase it this way?
Or hang up on you before you embarrass yourself in front of several 100,000 people.
Yes.
Answer the phone up there. He's always disconnecting people. He's not letting them get on the show to make a comment. He's just like, whatever, and he hangs up,
Yeah.
And that's kind of that's not right, you shouldn't do that. Sometimes they do it on Pugs and Kelly, with Sybil or someone. Eric, he doesn't ever do it, but I mean, seriously. And then, I thought maybe it's because they're going to bid or something, but this happens constantly. I mean, when I call up there, and I never give him a hard time or nothing. It's usually because, I've got a question for him or something. It's not something stupid I'm going to call in about or whatever to bug him. But, I mean, and I think it happens to other people, too.
Yeah, it probably happens.
But somebody just might want to let him know about that. If you call me back about it, 972. 7409.
I almost did it. What?
Give me the number. I'd love to talk to him.
Okay. I tell you what. I'll. How do I do this? Do you have a player in there? I get it for you during the next break. Yeah, I'd love to go, but I was about to eat.
Yeah.
I was watching TV and I forgot to blow on the pot pie first. So I burned the roof of my mouth.
Yeah.
Oh, I need some unguent.
Good call, Dan.
Yeah. What?
Good call.
Dude, if you can't leave a voicemail, I don't want you on the air.
Boy, just the randomness of that thought process is overwhelming.
Sometimes I called up Bug and Kelly and how does Sybil spell her name?
Yeah. See, you told you had a lot to say.
Yeah. You see all this? I talked for 2.5 minutes. That could help Russ out a lot. Oh, God, my tongue
My favorite part is, I wouldn't call in for nothing stupid.
I always got either question or I always got something to add.
I'm a dynamic individual.
Damn, that crust is hot. Break. Okay. All right. Oh, good. Kevin's here. Yeah. Good. I can start my workout early because I got to leave early. What?
I just wish I knew you had going tonight.
There's nothing going on. Why do you always think something's going on?
Just tell me. Because I just know the look in your eye. When there's something, we have a date, you have a certain attitude. When you have something important, you have
I don't have a date.
Okay. When you I can tell that. Something I got to do. Sounds like a
I just have someplace I have to be, and I have to be there at a certain time. I want to make sure I get my workout done, so that's why Kevin's here early.
Okay.
7 o'clock, I'm going to walk straight out of the studio, out there, and we're going to start.
Okay.
I got to be done by 7:45. Gives me plenty of time to get to someplace.
Where?
To someplace.
Where?
Someplace where you won't be.
I don't want to be invited.
You just want to pry.
I don't want to glum. I know Russ for 25 years. I know when he has that look in his eye when something's up.
Maybe it's something private he didn't want you to know about.
That needs to look. That's the oil college look.
Yeah. I hate oil college. Is that my gas station attendant look?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, man. I gotta add 3,000 miles to that. I don't know how to figure that out. Sounds like Darth Vader when you're talking to the fan.
Yes, could you just get to the oil change?
Yeah.
Nice to hear about the fan issue. Oil.
What?
Change.
What?
1040. Put it in the car.
What are you talking about?
You. Pretending you've been...
Well, you're going to keep running your mouth, and now this person I'm going to meet with is going to hear this part of the show and not want to meet with me.
Oh.
What?
Nothing.
Nobody knows what you're talking about, oil college.
You did.
No, it was funny to us.
Yeah.
Them dipsticks are hot when they come out. Burn my tongue. I'm sorry, Eddie will break. Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, Russ.
See?
Yeah, are you going to go on XM or not?
Turn your radio down.
Hold on.
All right, dude.
Is that good enough?
Yeah, that's perfect. I'm sorry, what did you ask?
Are you going to go on XM?
And pies get hot, don't they?
We'll be back with the Russ Martin Show.
So you get things straightened out with Joy?
We're getting there.
You talk to her?
Mm-hmm.
Send her more flowers?
Send her 2 dozen roses.
You think that was going to do any good?
She seems to be okay. She seems to be all right. I'm sure it's inches away from being pulled out someday and beat me in the head with it. And I probably have it coming.
No, you don't.
You forget somebody's birthday, it's kind of a big deal. Especially when you've been dating a while.
I just don't get why you didn't go the angle of...
I could have.
It ain't tomorrow yet.
I know.
That was so easy.
I started that way, and then I just folded.
It's too bad.
I know.
So many different ways to attack that. Especially well, you know what? I'm glad now.
Okay, I'm missing it. How's that? How's that work? That argument. I'm glad now?
Thanks for ruining it.
Oh.
Now you're going to press the issue. So much for the surprise. So, because now, to shut you up, I got to tell you what's going on. And at that point, she'll say, oh, well, then don't tell me then.
No,
And you didn't have to come up with anything on the fly.
I know.
Fine. All right, you know what? If that's the way it's going to be, I'll just tell you what I had planned and screw the surprise. There's a reason why I haven't said anything about your birthday for the past month or so, is so I can make it a surprise. If I keep talking about it, you're going to expect something. Then, you put your Kool-Aid on.
No, I don't. No. I did get her a nice gift. I'll give it to her this week.
But you're screwed. Regardless of what you do and what you spend, you are screwed because it's all damaged goods. It's make good. You're trying to get out of the barrel. It's not a gift because you love her. It's a gift because you are in trouble.
No,
you really need to wait. You need to wait.
Wait for what?
The gift that you're going to give her now. Yeah. Will not be received as a birthday gift. This is going to be the get me out of trouble gift. She's still going to expect another gift down the road.
It's kind of like the $4 million ring that Kobe gave his wife. You think he gave her that just out of the goodness of his heart because he loves her?
That's the get out of trouble right now thing, and then she's going to expect something later down the road.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, it accentuates the fact that you screwed up, too, because the more that you address it, the more that you try to rehabilitate it, the bigger the error becomes.
The more you admit that you were wrong. More that you...
That's not the point.
I can't take that back now.
Well, you can't take it back now, but it was so easy to get out of that.
Yeah.
We abhor you.
Yes.
I know. Whatever that means, I do, too.
You're never getting... She's good. You just might as well plan on getting hit in the head with this sooner or later.
I know it. No doubt in my mind. First big ugly argument it'll be, at least I didn't forget your birthday. And she never has.
Hold on a second. Who are you talking to in there, Dan?
Trying to get hold of Charles.
Oh. You're not going to let that go, are you?
Not this one. I feel like fighting on this one.
Did you hear him on the phone?
Yeah. I figure I might scare him.
How are you going to scare him?
Still debating. Probably just scream at him really loud.
The phone ring will probably throw him off.
Yeah.
That too.
Right in the middle of my peanut buffet parfait.
Their phone's ringing.
Oh, God. I just get ready to enjoy my loads of peanuts, mounds of creamy, smooth Dairy Queen self-serve, and tons of rich hot fudge later for one tempting treat. Now it's ruined.
Trey was here to get it out of the sack for me.
Yeah. This was going to smooth my tongue from eating that pot pie too fast. God, that burns.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, you're screwed. I'm just telling you, my advice for you is to try and buy something very thoughtful and not really expensive because it's going to be money shot.
Okay. I've already purchased it.
Save it for later and...
Yeah, buy something else. Buy something. Here's what I would do, honestly, to get out of this. Mm-hmm. This weekend, or whenever you're going to get it, go for the more sentimental type thing. And then save the big flashy thing for later. Let me turn the mics off. What'd you get her?
She wanted one.
You know, out of all the things I could have guessed.
Yeah, that wouldn't have been it.
No.
In fact, you know what? Don't even say on the air. Well, wait, when are you going to give it to her?
This weekend.
Okay. Monday.
Yeah.
I want you to tell people what you gave her. Has she wanted it? Don't even allude to what it is. Has she wanted something like this for a while?
We've discussed it, yes.
Okay. And you're going to give this to her?
Yes.
Okay. Everett's right. That would have been the last thing I would have ever come. You could have asked me for years. You could have put me in a concentration camp and go, hey, if you figure this out, we'll let you go.
I don't really see what why you guys are acting that way.
All right, fine. We'll just wait until you give it to her.
Okay.
Are you going to give it to her this weekend?
Probably Friday night.
Couldn't you give it to her tomorrow?
I'd wait on that one.
I can't stand it.
I'm actually going to see her tomorrow for lunch, so maybe I could give it to her tomorrow.
They're going to be in a nice box?
Yes.
Is it going to be somewhere where they serve alcohol?
No.
Okay. That's probably a good idea. You're freaky.
I'm not freaky.
You are weird, man.
I'm not. That's something that she wanted.
Okay.
And damn romantic. I got to hand it to you.
Yeah. You going to stick a flower in the end of it?
I might.
Okay.
That's a nice idea.
All right. We got to go.
Jeez. What?
What do you mean,
it's
what?
Just a gift.
And I know it's not a hose job because the instant the mic was off, he just blurted it out.
Like it was nothing.
Yeah.
Like, that's what you get your woman.
Yeah. When you're in trouble, that's what you get her.
If she wanted
you know what?
one.
That's the last thing you get them.
Yeah.
She wanted it.
Okay, fine. But when you get part of it back, don't say crap to me.
All right, come out and see Eddie at the Texas Gun Club. This coming up this weekend, a big time exhibit hall in Mesquite. It'll be there from 10 until noon. Guns, knives, ammos, hunting supplies, and more. I'll be at the Platinum Club on Friday, by the way, from 8 to 10 with Julie Meadows. She'll be performing Thursday through Saturday. Come see me there. And Dan from the Russ Martin Show will be at Condoms to Go tomorrow, noon until 2, Northwest Highway, next to the Platinum Club off 35. Workout equipment for the Russ Martin Show provided by Play It Again Sports in Flower Mound, Texas. LifeFitness.com, LarryNorth.com, DietGourmet.com, and Fitness in Motion in Southlake. Gave us all the dumbbells out there. For more information about the Russ Martin Show, go to russmartin.com. To answer any other questions you might have about this show, go to russmartin.info. Instant email is studio@russmartin.com. I'm at johndavidryan.com. It's eddievoid.com, treytranholm.com, the danlewisshow.com, excuse me. And let's see, what else? Oh, the official site is live1053.com. Excuse me, I'm sorry, Everett. For law issues, contact Everett Newton at dallasattorney.com or call him 214-823-LAWS.
All right. And pictures of, it's Randy. Yeah. Randy from Larry North. They're up on my website now, russmartin.com, in the photo gallery. And we'll take some pictures of us working out tonight with Kevin. All right. Cool. You will let us know. Could you audio tape this when you give her?
Sure.
Okay.
Be glad to.
And could you arrange it to where someone can bring it in if you can't?
No.
Yeah.
I'll bring it in.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. The weekend.
See you guys tomorrow.
Bye.